We are all brethren and we're all committed to this piece of rock called Jamaica.
Too often, there are no safe spaces for men to explore the issues which are important to us.
Plus, most of the content out there about parenthood is produced by women, for women. So we think it is important that we be the change we want to see.
Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jamaican Dads with a Z.
And definitely join us here on Nationwide 90 FM every Thursday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m. for the Jamaican Dads podcast. It's a revolution in media.
Hi there. Here's some good news for these trying times. Quote, "By God's word, I can see where I'm going. They throw a beam of light on my dark path." Unquote. Psalm 119, verse 105. Listen for God's Word weekdays at 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. through
Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink and share a God perspective for the day.
Oasis. Weekdays 5:45 a.m. and 12:55 p.m. right here on Nationwide, a revolution in media.
The rebroadcast of the Oasis can be heard weekdays at 5:45 a.m.
Anywhere in the world, my day, my opportunity.
Yeah, me a keep everything I hear about me. Yeah, me did this the last week. Yeah, me a everything I hear about me. Bwoyatingz Afterdark, everything we have a talk. Nationwide 98 from everything else turn off. Wednesday night number one on the trending charts. I fit tune in when Kareem start talk.
Taboo topics, celebrity news and interviews, riveting discussions. Bwoyatingz Afterdark. Right here on Nationwide 90 FM with Kareem Bwoyatingz. You understand?
Angle Kareem.
Everything we have a talk. Everything we have a Bwoyatingz Afterdark, everything we have a talk. Yeah, viral king, you know? Number one.
Alright, check. 1, 2, 3. Happy Wednesday. It is a Bwoyatingz After Dark day. Happy Wednesday, family. Now, you're tuned into another episode of Bwoyatingz After Dark, where we keep it real as ever. Here to edutain, no filter and no fluff. Now, tonight we're shining a spotlight on a topic that's on every young person's mind. Securing the bag. How are young people dealing with or handling their money? I know I have a problem with this, so I'm so excited for this topic. I couldn't even understand. Like, boy, listen to me. Oh, Jerome, trust and believe me. This is saving and planning on them something financially. Financial literacy is something that I don't think that we talk about very often as young people. I want to really take serious until we get old and they will start to just guys if we need to know. You understand? So in a world that keeps calling us to brunch and parties and the latest kicks, how are we handling our finances as young people? Are we making moves like financial bosses, or are we out here just spending our last coin on a vibe that fades by Sunday? Is saving even a thing, or we're just riding the struggle bus until next payday? Financial literacy is more important than ever for young people today. With social media showing us the highlight reels of wealth and success, it's easy to get caught up in a cycle of spending without understanding how to budget or invest wisely. So tonight, we want to empower each other with knowledge and strategies to make smarter financial decisions. So we got a fire lineup of guests tonight. We have 23-year-old entrepreneur Janika Williams, aka Boss Lady Chin. We have Daniel Jarret, Jonoy Leith. We have Shamar Clark and Keenan Faulkner. And they're ready to drop some serious gems on everything from budgeting to building wealth. Yeah, so whether you're a savvy saver or just trying to figure out how to make it through the month without overdraft fees, we want to hear from you tonight. Things Nation, I'm going to join up a bit. I realize, say, especially things in on Twitter. I realize, say, when it's like a serious things where we're supposed to learn from each other and then look at something there, right? And to, learn from each other's experiences and things like that. When the Bailey a tweet, but no, not listen, but no, not watch, because you would see like, a tweet every now and then. It's when I sex topic them on the day up on Twitter, on that tweet. What can the people them say what generation have no substance. Yeah. You understand me? And topics like these, when I and my production team, we were doing a production meeting, we this is a topic that is necessary. Because, to be honest, in my big age, I don't know how to save.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be very honest. I really don't know how to save.
It's a major issue.
I don't know how to really invest, like what to really invest in, like how you select stocks and then look at something there.
Yeah.
That is what all these people are here to tell us tonight about pension, how important pension is, right? Life savings and then look at something there, life insurance and then look at things there, health insurance, the importance of all of these things, mortgage, when you're ready for buy one house, what are you supposed to be saving for, the fees associated with, you understand? When you're ready to buy one car, when you're ready to invest in anything at all, one piece of land on a country or whatever the case is, this is why we're doing this topic tonight, and I feel like all of us need to learn and to also share our own personal experiences, right? So our question of the night is, how do you balance enjoying life today with saving for tomorrow? Father God, enough always say YOLO. Enough always have one life to live. So once again, our question of the night, and I would love to see the responses, because this is a topic that I would also try. I would like to learn from tonight as well. So it's not just about you guys or listeners and viewers learning. I want to learn too. So I want to see the responses, and I want to hear some of your thoughts on the topic. So once again, our question of the night is, how do you balance enjoying life today with saving for tomorrow? So we want to hear from you. So join the conversation by calling in or tweeting us with the hashtag Bwoyatingz Afterdark. Share your thoughts. What are your struggles for enjoying life while also being financially responsible? Do you prioritize experiences or do you stick to a strict budget? Once again, we want to hear your stories and tips on navigating this balancing act. But first, let's throw it back to last week's explosive episode on virginity. We had an incredible panel, Hits West. We had Professor Carpenter, Dr. Weeks, and Mahir Stewart. And the conversation got real. We asked, when is the right time to lose your virginity? And y'all shared everything. The awkward first times, societal pressure, and whether it was a moment of regret or something special. Now, if you've missed that episode, you can catch the full episode recap on Bwoyatingz After Dark's YouTube channel, on Nationwide's YouTube channel, okay? Just Nationwide at 90 FM live. But we do have a recap video for you as per usual, so let's go. When is the right time for a person to lose their virginity?
I don't see what the big deal is, because who wants to have sex with a virgin anyway? I felt like I was being chopped in two by a two before.
You're 23.
Yeah.
And you've never had sex before.
No.
What? You're gonna love it, bro.
Don't tell no, do not. Wesley.
However, there are other body parts that can be penetrated.
So
is that person still a virgin? Is my question.
I don't. You've had a man has inserted inside of your vagina and you've hated it. It was very painful. But then you're saying anally it's not as painful for you.
No. Mm-mm.
So do you like it better than vaginal penetration?
Yeah.
You're a champion, and it lasted approximately 60 seconds.
When it comes to me specifically, people think I'm purposefully not having sex or being asked to have sex and saying no. That's not the case. I've literally just never been in a situation where,
Has it ever been on your mind?
Absolutely.
Because he's never been in a relationship.
Yeah.
You've never been in a relationship before?
No, he's never had a girlfriend.
Yeah, I should make a WhatsApp group.
Right.
Maybe.
Make a WhatsApp group.
Maybe, but what would we talk about? Not having sex?
No, call it Virgins United.
Wow.
And
then when you leave, it just means, yeah.
Do you though sometimes feel embarrassed or ashamed?
Absolutely.
Yeah? Don't feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
When we tell them about how babies are made, which is what we call sex education, we do not tell them what it is like to be sexually engaged.
That's so true.
Because as girls, we were being cautioned to be good girls.
Yes.
But boys were being told that they could go out there and have sex with anybody they wanted. So I wanted to know, who are these boys supposed to go and have sex with when the girls are not supposed to have sex?
Who are these boys supposed to have sex with when the girls are not supposed to have sex? Professor Carpenter, what a thought-provoking question there. All right, we do have one of our resident DJs here with us tonight. DJ Jerome, wagwan.
Yeah,
you're good?
in the building, Yeah.
Are you a saver? Do you save well? Like,
I think me and share the same sentiment.
Yeah. Do you invest as well? Like,
I try to. Unless you're saying a kid is an investment, well.
Other than your child?
I try my best.
You try your best, right?
Yeah, I try my best.
Right. Well, this episode is for you as well.
Definitely,
yeah.
I'll be in tune.
Right. So DJ Jerome is in the is in the vibes up segment tonight. You understand? Setting the mood as we jump into this topic that we all need a little drape up for. Me soon not say carry my drape me up. Yeah, we all need it, including myself. You understand? So we're just all a little vibe. DJ Jerome on the ones and twos.
Time is it? It's Afterdark with Kareem, Bwoyatingz, Nationwide 90 FM. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know say young as represented for Kareem Bwoyatingz.
Yeah. Bwoyatingz Afterdark, right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
You're talking about a sensation that runs the nation and every radio station. Bwoyatingz, the girls them king, the fastest man alive.
Who that? It's your girl Tananya and you are listening to Bwoyatingz After Dark. Big up yourself, Kareem.
Oh Lord, this is being the man I'm in a laugh. Come here for represent for Bwoyatingz After Dark. Oh Lord, whoa. Nationwide 90 FM. Zagazen.
Yo, you don't know this boy QQ representing for Bwoyatingz After Dark. Keep it like QQ said that. You hear?
Aye, watch on the man Kareem Bwoyatingz. This is Tamoji representing. I make a like a spliff and one a reasoning, bro.
Excuse me, the pagans. Now seek validation. Toast and admiration. From you now your patrons. Boasting about name brands. Because over 8 grand. When me say we have the same one. With the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it. Why shop a Louis V when there is a target? Now me hype on my face thing. True minds me a save it. Them go penny for trendy. Bank account can't empty. Acres over markets. Link your wife when me walk. Cause when side girl child support that lead up. Why me know about that?
You are high glass, me not have time for you. Hold on, me not have time for you. Grassy, me not have time for you. Me not have time for no chill time, that a waste time. Mind for my money and my money for my mind. They shot at them a free the dollar sign. They shot at them a free the dollar sign. Anyway you see me at any given time. Mind for my money and my money for my mind. They shot at them a free the dollar sign. They shot at them a free the dollar sign. Low me, money me a meds I don't have none for show me. 30 million for your house over Stony. So make my hustle round a father round me. Me nah make like pony. All when me broke, rich gal can't clone me. You mad? Me left that wealthy and lonely. Not even mommy can't talk, say she own me. Me partners are gone like live up with brownie. Him teach me say me bank book nothing bony. Back in me.
You can't live off nothing if you don't work hard. Can't achieve nothing if you don't work hard. Now make no money if you don't work hard.
Oh yo.
Hustler baby, you know that I may. Some real star girl like Gwen Stefani. Artists a bust through the world rap for me. Pay for them song, them play mine, them play for free. Them a say me too flat, but I like that. Heard a drive and a me a the pilot. Any boy for your leave. Yeah, this unruly. Don't try that. Some of them no want work. Not even buying data skirt. Hustling and my grandma. Work hard to take care of Rihanna. Boy, you know want help your mother. You know why help your brother. You vex every time you see a youth. I climb up the ladder. You can't just a higgle. Make me tell me say you're more grand time.
Leave me alone my glass. Oh, someone a go like them, no one give homage to the death advance. Look how much of them man you me help. Look how much of them borrow my style and let me say by me a flash. Me no really worry about the chance. Me no worry about some little man who a try this way soon last. What you see and what you get not a pass on. Always create moments we never live in a the past. From a little me I say anytime me get in, me I feel like a impact. Set me things so I'ma get the youth and them a pre-set them that the thing shot. Enough man get the chance and love spend it and no believe in a that. Man a pre-foundation, youth lot fall lot. When the thing shot it a impact. For me little me a pre everything and I say me a feel like a impact. Set the things so anywhere me go when me a step in, them a feel say I'm that. Enough man get the chance and love spend it and no believe in a that.
They know about sardine, mackerel, bully bee, chicken foot, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing a waste, nothing a dash way. Money me a look away you there. 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 Money me a look away you there.
I'm all about the money. Like broke life never know me. Me forever bossy, I'm all about the money. Like say I'm a Negro me. Voluntary service and me, I'm all about the money. That I know the president that I me. Every dollar have a picture of me, I'm all about the money. And the money all about me. The money all about me. No money, then go buy. Nobody you need it, but I say tired of white price, what about some rose rice? Private jets, these public lights. But price down, no right now. That's why me and me up every day. Stay up every night, so much time to sleep out the days of our lives. Call it a soap opera like it is. Just live the soap proper life with big cars and big bags. The type of life of what you do. Forget what broke life did feel like. Big laugh, live laugh. Rock it in. Put it up our feet, up it in. Rock it in. Hack it dip. From me a juvenile and the money I got. Because my daughter pick up pens and my son in hardy. You them not for work in the body. One of them I call me legend and me no pass party. Oh my God, you never get it when you're young and hardy. My priorities straight, me no broke and party. Couple hours over, someone want for a laugh shortly. Get the money load like me one last night. She has no love, she herself, me know the f*** cost me. And nobody no know, cause me no talking. A while, and I'm a dog, no saucy. Me can find the Kyle, me say no boy, no flossy. With the piece, my sharpie, pull up and parking. Count up a million time, I never look back, you know, coming up the first time. Poverty and the worst crime. Money fed the road, I know what you deserve time. God a going, but me not give the church mine. Paranoid, must be things of the earth kind. Count up a million the first time, I never look back. Me say me jump on crazy, yeah, get fresh line. Wow, y'all I really bring you to the best right. Now, focus, you the red mind. Now, run up on me, thing as money, mine. Straight, I'm in a friend, my bow. Don't sweat if you no send my down. Weird that you pass on different eyes. Jump, baby, then you sweat my bow. Chip, change them lights. Now, click, them right. Pow, used to die, with you.
And if my life could have rewind. And if my life could have rewind. Without money, no gold can buy a company. No, without money, you alone confess your love to me. Yeah, without money, no gold can buy a company. No, without money, you alone.
Them they want we are. Who got them come back with the formula? I'm everybody speechless like Michael Jackson song, you know. When we are work, them did a laugh, you know. No blood in me, I even dance in me heart, you know. I'm formula, be making money to me formula. Yeah, it's a formula. Them they want me here, leave me alone, no life up here. Just a go fi do the job, I want me done get the out of here. Me live no young life without no fear. And if me go away, tell my fans them no cry no tear. Me legacy will never die, I swear. Never bother ready, I'm a devil, I'm a prime, I swear. Come like a bomb before me time, I swear. Boss be a boss, done for every done. Ever militant, so it and so it and. Humble like a lamb, Tell them no confusion. Pass for everybody, done for every done. Make them know see I want, so it can a certain. No confusion. Hey, nah if overshot. Badness the rate them where them get it from. A fool and know the time them get crammed. Them only good for fire. Pretending, must want to meet them wedding. Them can't see me, they pan a higher rank. Richard.
I choose. Me I tell about extension. Me I tell about have couple dark, them dark night on. Them hot night, cold night on. This father YG, me I tell you out YG. Me I tell you about now, couple nights. Then I run my only 19, jumping done. Richard, baby care who are Richard me. Richard, switch up. I coach by the garment. Richard.
Expensive beats in Panama. I'm still a bike to the dash. Just to fly.
If me get $1 billion, if me get $1 billion, if me get $1 billion. But if I this year, me just can't bother.
Some British money, some US money, some say I money, some Euro money. We shan't start my money. Yo, Lindsay, me want get $1 billion like it's a leeching. Girls wanna call me Mr. Bleaching. Man, I hustle up. Get yo, crazy man. Head man down, in the street man hustle every day. Me have a burner, me have a prepay. Do the max, Asian brain. Little later, be a sham. Oh, just the that. Oh, Finch and oh, just the I bring pump. Oh, she say me call me say England rain. Inna me room she a sing. Do a CT scan. Money from my brain. Money from my brain. Dog. Money from my brain. Do a CT scan. Money from my brain. Money from my brain. Dog. Money from my brain.
So we press gas. Forward we going and we not look back. Press gas. No race we have and we no need none of that. Chicken and beer, don't worry. Don't know say we are the dancing Murray. Me run the dancing for the new school, primary, secondary, tertiary. We come back for the dance floor, take it in a hurry. Three of us are dancing, man look and them a penny. My dancing still like curry. My dancing still like curry.
We are it, we know fi follow. We are it, we know fi follow. We are it, we know fi follow. We are it, we know fi follow.
We do it for the love, we not do it for the light. Do it for the love, we not do it for the light. Make them know success don't come overnight. You make them know substance over hype. Do it for the love, we not do it for the light. Nobody ever love likes, that's alright. See them in the post and the street all night. See them on social media type. While I say them they a studio a vice. Oh, me never put them up on no flight. And me never see them and them not for life. You miss them when you have so much. I know everybody a go like we, still we irie. Me no love life, no dance all star. Still we irie. Come down low that every time I rise, we do it for the love and I do it for the light. Do it for the love and I do it for the light. Make them know success don't come overnight. No make them know substance over hype. Do it for the love and I do it for the light. Nobody ever love likes, that's alright. See them on the post and the street all night. See them on social media type. While I say them they a studio a vice. Oh, me never put them up on no flight. And me never see them and them not all life. You miss them and now you have so much likes. My money still a lead for iTunes. Simple me we not ready yet. If we put the music first, that's all. While we there on the wall on the hype.
Watch them Jarret.
That's all. When you see me, yes, and I see you. And every time when me never watch. And every show where we just watch.
Watch them Jarret.
I know everybody run a reel, watch it. Them a clap and while you're dead, them a fret. No matter what you do, them say you never do for that. You know rate me, say what you want do yesterday. Me no want none of them for rate me. I be a bad man thing I go on lately. Me buy the beam of them, start move shake it. No a long time, them a pre-man need it. When you did broke, you want everybody alright. Start make little money, now I be a fight. The same motor you a feed, give you be a buy. Them friendship a silly cool.
rubber band. So me pop a rubber band, a bag a gal a come along. Travel with it, and me never trust a man. Before me mother rather broke a bank. Upon government and we never. From your nose say you never bust a blank. We march with the like up a camp. If a gal want leave, then it better you go down. I tell more new gal a come along.
Jordan, money on top of money. My turn a little in a couple mil. And if you make some money, make it life sweet, life sweet.
Where the Jenna there, where the Jenna there? Them a living on me style and me melody. Them a high from the yada there. We know about the govy style, them a follow, yeah. Take a year off, a living at the aircraft. From Mr. Breeze, everybody full of beer sauce. The the baddest, we don't know what them here off. No me there you know, so who don't know, who don't know.
Please stop the gapping. Boy, please stop the gapping. More now sit a yard of foreign. Get it done solid. Drop cap on them and see a drop cap on them. Round below, send them jam by your bed. Hype them high. With them friend things, we no frightened if we boy not a link. Them nah no cash. What you have, what you know about squash? 80 grand when me pay for me watch you.
As a parent, you give your children a good start in life. You nurture, protect, and guide them. Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. Stay tuned to The Big Show, nationwide this morning, for parenting tips. Fridays at 6:53 a.m. Only here will you learn everything you need to know about parenting. Tips to help parents navigate the incredibly challenging and rewarding journey of child rearing. Parenting tips on Nationwide at 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Looking to rent a fully operational production studio? Then Nationwide 90 FM has got you covered. We have flexible options to meet your recording needs any day of the week. Monday to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays available upon request. Bookings must be made in advance. Call us today at 630-1210. Let us help you reach your production desires.
Public opinion.
Stop this foolish about this GLP and PMP business. We are a Jamaican.
Different people.
It's not a matter of a JLP or a PMP. I think it's more like where it is that you think you're comfortable, what support you can afford to make the country better.
Different views.
Most entertainers, they're not amenable to management, so the only thing that can ultimately structure them is the court and the prison.
Public opinion. The voice of the people at 6:25 p.m. weekdays during Nationwide at 5. Tune into Nationwide at 6:25 p.m. for Public Opinion, where the people's views matter.
Public Opinion is brought to you by Gleasing Industrial Supplies Limited, Industrial Automation and Control Solutions.
Well, I don't know if you're TC, I'm here for Bwoyatingz Afterdark.
I'm Asaf for the Sub 10 King.
I'm Alicia, the better half, and we are The Power. And you're listening to
Bwoyatingz Afterdark.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
It's so good, praise the Most High God every day with your whole heart and desire. Lift him high, holy, 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 yeah. Holy Mount Zion, good you, let's sing.
or fail, it will I fear no ill. Thy rod and staff, they are with me, they surely comfort me.
This is it. It's showtime. One last moment of drama tonight.
Yo, you don't know this is boy QQ representing from Bwoyatingz Afterdark. Keep it like QQ said. Yeah.
We could start. Chop to and it wasn't as the same. And I used to own a vent and now me living out my dream. Shut down pants, bad shows, I'm a clean shot. Me like I'm specializing out of money pain, yeah. Been around it, shed some tears, to me never run it. Talk about pressure, build for pressure, everything off for the big time. What a friend would have stole the moment. And I'm thinking what I feel about take off. Just like the space rocket in the breeze, I saw it that. Brought on everybody kid and set world record. Brave winner. Go see for big dinner. And I'm used to tell myself when I can make it look, but now we can't percent it. But no broke the way them treat the body, we can't forget it. Haters looking so pathetic. Ball bounce can't intercept it. If you win the championship, but the trivia come up, you know we never happen. Prestige of a smart life, want to celebrate my life, I go out with a top time.
It's After Dark with Kareem, Bwoyatingz. Nationwide, 90 FM. Yeah.
Bwoyatingz After Dark, right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Yeah, but don't know say young as representing for Kareem Bwoyatingz.
Who that? It's your girl Tananya and you are listening to Bwoyatingz After Dark.
After trees, after trees, Bwoyatingz After Dark is the place to be. Yeah, you don't know, say this is the voice of Jazzelise representing for Bwoyatingz After Dark.
Aye, watching the man Kareem Bwoyatingz. This is Tamoji representing. I'm gonna like a spliff and all the reasoning, bro.
Hey, QQ represent for the big bad Bwoyatingz After Dark. Keep it like QQ, fully endorsed. You hear that? Boom.
You're talking about a sensation that runs the nation and every radio station. Bwoyatingz, the girls them king, the fastest man alive.
Alright. Welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark, right here on Nationwide 90 FM. You know, at this time, I'll just quickly do the roll call for the persons who are here early. And if you're just joining us, you know, welcome to the show. And tonight, it is a very important show because I am so excited because I'm going to learn a lot, and it's all about financial literacy, you see, and that's what we're talking about tonight on the show. You know, securing the bag and all these things, and how are young people handling the money, because I feel like young people we're not safe, right? So, you know, if you're just joining us, our question of the night is, how do you balance enjoying life today with saving for tomorrow, right? So I'll just quickly run over to the persons who are here on YouTube. Big up on yourself as per usual. I see Sunshine, Amarillo Mackenzie, Denise Ferguson, Dark Empire, Errol Townsend. I see Bagwell, Marigold Weber as per usual. Thank you so much. Who else? Denise Ferguson. I think I said you already, but if not, big up yourself. Baby Toy is also here. Uriel Brown, Oti Platinum is here as well. Big ups to everybody, I understand. And for the persons on Twitter, on X Things Nation, big up on yourself. I see Rachel T. Henry. I see I am Brittany. I see Candy _ Apple, Dark Empire, Sunshine, Floyd is also there as well. Cardine is also there as well on X. Rocks My Socks, big up yourself. Tavi, big up yourself too. You understand? So that's everybody. You know, if you're listening on the app, I do thank you. If you're listening on the website, you know, have a fantastic night. If you're on YouTube, as I said earlier, if you did a big foreign for the persons in Florida, my prayers goes out to you. You know, as you prepare for this Hurricane Milton, man, tell you, man, it's downgraded to a category 3, but it's still a danger, right? So I'm just asking the police to be safe. For the persons in the other parts, a big foreign, big up on yourself. The people in the little foreign to big up on yourself too, and so on. So you understand me? Now, beside me, if you're watching on YouTube, this lovely young lady, Miss Ruth Ann Howard, and we're here to talk about We Talk Facts campaign, just, you know, as quickly as possible. and it's all about fostering a culture towards safety and support. Yeah,
Yes.
which is a major initiative to combat gender-based violence and promote a safer, more supportive Jamaican society. And it's a platform where you guys challenge harmful stereotypes and ignite more open dialogue and
Yes.
gender roles and violence and all of that. Be a part of the change. Let's make Jamaica safer for all. So Ruth Howard, who is the program manager for We Talk, and it's all about the reduction of gender-based violence. To state, I read it again because it's very, very important.
Say it again, it's
yes,
alright.
and good night. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Good night. I'm doing well. I'm
Yeah.
very happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
No man, anytime, man. Can you just provide a brief overview of WMW Jamaica and its mission?
All right, so WMW Jamaica, we used to be Women's Media Watch before we changed our name. We're a 35-year-old women's rights organization that focuses primarily on how we can do three things, and we call it ART, A-R-T. It's the advocacy, which is us just going out and speaking out, whether it's at the parliamentary level in government, whether it's on the street corner with a placard, whether it's in schools. It's the advocacy, going out and speaking out on behalf of our women and girls. It's research as well, because you need the statistics and the data to back up what you're claiming.
Yes.
So we do a lot of research on the status of women in our society, and then the training, which is for us a very important arm, because that means you're going into communities and actually having the conversations with people on the ground and helping to teach and just talk to them about what gender-based violence is and how we as a society can prevent and reduce it.
No, this initiative, this campaign, the We Talk Facts campaign, you've launched already.
Yeah.
The official launch.
Yeah, we launched it in May.
So what's happening now? What we can look out for?
All right, so what is to come now is we're going to have our ads running on mainstream media, and that should start taking place in November. And the reason why we've selected November as the month to start running the ads is because in November, on the 25th, that is International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, which is a really significant day, not just for us in Jamaica, but for women all across the globe. And then between the 25th and December 10, which is International Human Rights Day, we have what we call 16 days of activism, and it's where people from all over the world take action in different ways to help reduce and prevent violence against women. So we'll start running those ads on social media and on traditional media by November 25.
No, GBV is it's been plaguing our communities.
Yeah, it's been a problem.
It's been a problem. For the persons who may be, going through this at home and they're afraid to speak up, what tips would you say to them? How can they also go and get help?
All right, so there are hotlines which you can call, and I'm going to pull up the numbers so that I can give them to persons before we end this interview. But also, one of the first things we like to remind people is that there is help. So don't despair, don't harm yourself any further. There is help, there is assistance. There are support lines that I will give you the number for those, but there are also community organizations. There are support systems that may already be inbuilt in your environment. There may be a person that you can talk to, whether it's from, whether your family structure, your church structure, your friend structure.
Yes.
There may be somebody who you can just reach out to get further assistance. So that's something that we always tell people. Lean on the people you can trust around you, because that immediate support might literally save a life. The next thing we also remind people is that if you are in a situation where you need to get out, but you cannot get out right now, start to make the plan. We've literally been in workshops where we're explaining what this is, and we hear people say things like, so if I have a friend who is going through this and she wants to leave, what can she do? And then we have to explain to them that we understand, because it's a very complex thing. It's not simple. So we understand that it's not like you can just get up and take up all of yourself and your children, if you have children, and move immediately. So what we encourage people to do is to start making a plan. Start making a plan right now. step one is usually, and it's so important because that's what you're talking about tonight, financial empowerment. You have to figure out how you're going to make it through the different days, right? So you have to kind of decide, like, if I'm going to move from where I literally live, where am I going to go? And then you have to start making a plan for that. If I am moving from a situation where I'm being supported to supporting myself and my children, what does that look like? You know, so you start making a plan, you start planning your steps a little at a time, and of course get the counseling, get the help, get the support.
Wow. Now, how can individuals and organizations support the We Talk Facts campaign and you know, WMW, Jamaica's broader efforts to combat GBV?
So one of the things that we've been rolling out under the project that is doing the We Talk campaign, which is the We Talk project, is we've been doing workshops across the island in different communities. And one of the things we tell people to do is to reach out to us if you would like us to bring that workshop to you. And we're very serious about that. We've gone into communities and done the workshop and had somebody come to us on the side and say, listen, I want this for my school, or I want this for my church, or for our Citizens Watch, or for the football club, whatever it is. And we're like, no problem. As long as we can agree on a date and a time and a venue, we will do our best to make that happen. So please feel free to reach out to us. The email is hello, HELLO, at wmwja.org.
Can you repeat that again, please?
That's hello, HELLO, at wmwja.org.
So I'm assuming that you guys also do these campaigns in high schools, because as you said, school, it just clicked to me that, you know, especially these high schoolers who are trying to figure out themselves and, you know, finding themselves, the all-boys schools, the all-girls schools, the co-ed schools, do you guys do these campaigns in the schools as well?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So under this project, one of our special target groups is high schoolers.
Yes, I'm gonna need it.
And it has to be high schoolers because, listen, the age of consent in this country is 16, which means that our young people get exposed to a lot of sexual activity pretty early in life. And it's very important for them to know what consent is, for example. It's very important for them to know the difference between what a healthy relationship looks like and an unhealthy one looks like. And it's even more important for them to know what the warning signs are for things like abuse, because there are some red flags. Just yesterday we were doing a workshop with a group of women from St. Catherine, and we were explaining that some of the red flags include things like isolation. When somebody starts to take you away from your support systems, they don't like your friend, they don't like your sister, the sister who is always there supporting you and taking care of you, and who you have all of a sudden she's a problem, or the best friend is suddenly a problem. When somebody starts to move you out of your community where you have healthy support, that's a big red flag, because isolation weakens you. It weakens your support structure, and then what they can do from there is they get to manipulate, they get to intimidate, they get to control. So isolation is one of the things that you look out for. You also look out for the indirect physical abuse. So they are not necessarily going to slap you, but when they get angry, dash with the phone, mash up the phone, mash up the glass, them kinds of, kill the cat. That's an even bigger red flag, by the way. These are some of the signs that people might look at and say, oh, he was upset, or she was upset, because it's not always he, sometimes it's she. She was upset. But what it is implying or demonstrating is that there is that potential for greater violence, and that should be something that gets you on the alert and gets you paying careful attention. And then there are the kinds of abuse that people don't always see, because if it's physical, you can see the bruise, right? If it's sexual, you will feel the pain, right? But if it's psychological, for example, if it's emotional, you're not as likely to see, or you know, it's harder for you to identify that this is abuse. So somebody, for example, constantly criticizing you and putting you down and literally just telling you things like nobody else is going to love you. If you left me, you're not going to find nobody else. Things like that. That is a form of emotional abuse, because they're belittling you and they're demeaning you and they're going after your sense of worth and your self-esteem. And that's a serious thing. And that's something that a lot of people are going through, men and women, who they're probably not identifying that, you know, said that is actually some emotional abuse that's going on there, and that is something to put a stop to. The psychological one, no, it's more the intimidation and the fear that a person causes you to feel. So it's the threats of what I can do to you, which is why things like the kill the cat is serious, because it's like you didn't kill the person, But the killing the cat is saying, look, man, we can do things to you.
Yes.
You have the potential for real violence. And you have to be aware and alert and know to look out for some of these warning signs. And also to just be able to identify some of these things and call them what they are, which is abuse. Yeah.
Wow. Such a great initiative. And, I must commend you guys for what you're doing, and continue going in these communities and continue spreading the message. If it is that people would like to make contact with you, once again, just leave all that information on the website, the social media pages, the telephone numbers, and just remind us of the next stop in these communities. Where are you going next and the date?
All right, so I'm looking for the helpline numbers. That is found it. All right, there we go. Right, so I'm gonna start by giving the helpline numbers because I did promise that, and I don't want to leave here without giving that information. Please. So for our women, you can call our WhatsApp 876-553-0372, and this is a line that is open 24/7. That's 876-553-0372. And for our men, because we do understand and recognize that even though they are not the primary victims of abuse, men do get abused too.
Yes.
And it is something that as a society we also need to address. For the men, the number is 876-553-0387, and that is also a 24/7 number. That's open. Yeah. Yes. You can also call for free 888 No Abuse. That's 888-662-2873. And that one is open from Mondays to Fridays from 8:30 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the evening. So those are the numbers. For us now specifically as WMW Jamaica and the We Talk Project, persons can reach out directly to our cell number at 502-3671, or they can email hello@wmwja.org.
And the social media pages?
And our social media pages are WMWJA on LinkedIn and Facebook, and WMW Jamaica on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Love that. Well, thank you so much, Ruth Ann, the program manager for We Talk, once again, for the reduction of gender-based violence. So thank you so much for passing through. Yeah. I'm going to throw things over to DJ Jerome on the ones and twos. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come back. This is Bwoyatingz After Dark.
Thank you.
We're talking about a sensation that runs the nation and every radio station. Bwoyatingz, the girls them king, the fastest man alive. We run and crash in bush. You mean?
This is why QQ representing from Bwoyatingz Afterdark. QQ.
Tiny young girl on fire. Little from the some gal I get. Y'all see me outside, I'm a phone them dialing. Yeah. Rich lifestyle, I the goddamn following. Bad minded when we blast off the spaceship. We a walk with that, we are no near. She said them never want man to make it. Every record when them set off we break it. Zero me I come from, but look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. I know me I come from, but look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now.
Yo, St. Thomas native. Look on greatness, the street now safety no shake if you pay slip. They mate with them lady have weep on them brain and slaves with. Life change up, we buy them off the car racing. You feel proud of the changes. Package up your range, I know nothing for do you mean.
Look at me. Feel I know in my team, no. Get to youth, go for the goal, we been a win. Feel I know in my if you're living up, overdose, you're still a queen, you're still a king. Feel I know in my seems like a monster you create to help you.
Highly blessed from you, have God in you.
Don't give up on your dreams. Man feel like a jump right now. Smiling to the bank right now, yeah. Man shining on the plans right now. Start up to be my own drive out, yeah. So me have to give down to the worst boss. Every time I touch a plane, no first class. No boy.
Alright, welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark. I see some people just joining and they're asking what is the topic of the night. Well, the topic is about securing the bag. How are young people handling their money? And the question of the night, which I wanted you guys to respond on YouTube and on Twitter using the hashtag please and thank you, is how do you balance enjoying life today with saving for tomorrow? So we want to hear what are your strategies for enjoying life while also being financially responsible. We also want to know, do you prioritize experiences or do you stick to a strict budget? I want to know this because I don't know about that. You understand? And that's why we can't wait for the discussion tonight. We also want to hear your stories and some tips on how you navigate this, balancing act of saving, planning for the future. And once again, the guests tonight are Daniel Jarret. We're going to have Janika Williams, aka Boss Lady Chin, Janoy Leith. We have Shamar Clark and Keenan Falconer. And we're going to talk about all of this, right? So we're going to talk about pension, we're going to talk about mortgage, we're going to talk about saving, we're going to talk about life insurance, we're going to talk about health insurance, we're going to talk about your budget, or what is the right way to budget, some tips and trades, how to do it, because I don't know how to do it. Once again, you understand? I never got budget in school. This is one thing I wish that this was a topic in schools: financial literacy. So that when you grow up, because if you're not teach about everything else, we're not teach about sex, we're not teach about PE, we're not just education, we want to know about planning and saving. This is a thing that we're not taught, and I believe that as adults now, when we are trying to navigate through life and I try to understand life for life, how we save in this economy. How do we save plus pay bills? Cause the bills them out to kill you, yeah, son. No, I can be frank about this, yeah. Like, it is very hard when you get paid. The bill, by the time you pay out all your bills, where you have left for just sustaining for work, sometimes you want to know which part of this you save. So I can't wait until the experts are here to tell us how do we do it. Yeah, like we would like to own homes in Jamaica. Yes, we would like to can buy the car them and live on the hill and the things that people them sing about, and we want to do it honestly. You understand me? I'm tell you the J-Lo scam now fit me, Cause me I forgot about every week. You understand? I forgot treat my ear and do the things every single week. I'm a love wear flashy clothes and the prison clothes now go fit me. No jokes about it. Cause I'm gonna do my skincare routine every morning and every night. All this I work. You understand me? So many really so sure, so certain things where some boy I don't know say me can do it. So I want to know how can I make a living, enjoy my life, travel to, take plane, go out, party, buy clothes, buy shoes, I buy anything them and something them and I go outside and I braff, but yet also planning for your future. We would all like to own a home, and I think that this conversation is something, as I've said in the intro of the show, we don't talk about these things enough. We really don't, and we shy away from these topics as young people. We don't want to hear about them something here. You understand me? We want to hear about daggering and vagina and penis all the time. But we can't talk about that every single time. We really can't. No. So, this topic is important. It's important to me. Because I want to know how someone to do it, to be honest. And the persons who I have tonight who will be passing through the show, obviously they have a wealth of knowledge and they can say why only not do it right. You understand? Some persons who are late. I see Denise Ferguson says struggle is so darn real. I'm telling you. PB is also here, so big up yourself, PB. Who else? I saw some people. Student for Life is here. Stephen James, big up yourself, my G. You understand? I also see Nicola Duhaney, who says Trinidad in the house. I love you guys. Big up yourself, Nicola. Everybody else who's listening on the radio, if you're listening on the app or the website, Nationwide is an actual radio station and things. So I will put different platforms and can listen to your show too. Big up on yourself. If you're on Twitter, remember to use the hashtag I want to see all the tips. What do you guys do? How do you save? Like, is it a percentage of your salary? Like, is it something that it's a set amount that you send to your savings account? Because once I see the money in my account, I'm going to spend it. I just want to see it. I'm going to be real. I don't want to see it none at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to have access to it. I don't want to have a card. I don't want to have online banking. I don't want members to have it. So if you can just draw the money out of my account monthly, and this account I have no access to it, and I can only come to you with an emergency, and dire emergency, if you tell us, say, boy, I'm sick, then fine. Yeah? We're going to go for a break. When we come back, it's the Bust the Youths, and then we go right into the topic.
Did a check for me name. Oh, if you see me mash up and drop for me face. No one me there, so I tap for the game. I see him bleach out, do that for me Spain. Archman road to top banks, Babylon.
Not a mercy. This one is very classic, dedicated to all the schoolers who are taking beats.
If you've ever struggled to pass an exam, then you'll know that students today are under great pressure to get good grades and secure qualification needed to move on to higher education. The problem is that too many students are struggling alone and could really benefit from connecting with hardworking teachers and other bright students in other parts of the country and the region. Join me, Dennis Brooks, this and every Friday evening from 8 to 9, with a repeat on Saturday morning from 8 to 9. For the A-Team, a study group on radio, my team of teachers, students, and experts will break down the syllabus, giving you information, tips, and past paper questions that will help you get top grades in your upcoming exams. Follow us on Facebook Live and on Twitter and be a part of the community. It's the A-Team, Fridays at 8 p.m. with a repeat at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. It's your free extra class on radio and social media. And it's right here on Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Register for one of the premier events of the Chartered Accountants Week 2024, the ICAJ Business Conference. That's right, the conference is set for October 10, 2024 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel and online. This year's theme, Reimagining the Future, Integrity, Innovation and Impact, will provide business and accounting professionals with modern strategies for today's economy. Tune in to Cliff News Online on Nationwide 90 FM from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for key discussions, insightful information on the role of AI in accounting and more. The broadcast will also feature exclusive interviews and a wealth of knowledge that will showcase ICAJ's leadership in shaping the future of accounting and finance in Jamaica. So, tune in to Cliff News Online for this revolutionary experience on October 10 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The ICAJ Business Conference is back. Catch all the action at the Jamaica Pegasus online or tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Jamaica.
As we grow older, there are many challenges that we have to confront, but these years can represent the best in our lives. Coming of Age during Nationwide This Morning on Thursdays explores issues persons 50 and over confront. It also provides expert opinions on how we can improve the quality of our lives as we get older. That's Coming of Age, this and every Thursday during Nationwide This Morning at 6:51 a.m.
Aye, watching the man Kareem Bwoyatingz. This is Tamoji representing. I'm gonna light a spliff and all the reasoning, bro.
Bwoyatingz After Dark, right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Well, I don't know if you're going to TC, I'm here for Bwoyatingz After Dark. I'm the late.
I'm Asafa, the Sub 10 King.
I'm Alicia, the better half, and we are the Power. And you're listening to
Bwoyatingz After Dark,
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
Alright, welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark. Tonight we're talking about money and just being money and being money and being money. You know, and it's all about financial literacy. And our topic of the night is securing the bag. How are young people handling their money? And once again, our question of the night is, and you can comment on YouTube, you can use the hashtag on Twitter, or you can call us if you wish to. Our question of the night is, how do you balance enjoying life today with saving for tomorrow? Right? So what are your strategies? Like, what do you do while enjoying life and also being financially responsible? Like, do you prioritize experiences or do you stick to a strict budget? Like, I know some of my bridging them, a lot of people, Jerome, would, well, for me too, if me not have it, me not go outside any at all.
Yeah.
Me not go take my last bro and go to the door.
I'm gonna floss it off.
It's not gonna happen.
No, never.
You get me? So for me, and I mean, it also works well because, you know, at this phase in my life, I'm not really outside like that. You see me? But if you guys remember my Simsoul Sessions interview 2 years ago, was it 2 or 3 years ago? Well, the first one, because I've been on that show a couple of times. Big up to Auntie Simone. The first one, you know, was when I was just talking about, you know, what I had gone through in 2019 and all of what had happened to me, you know, losing my job, losing that safety net of a job. And I spoke about losing millions of dollars. Like, I've gone through millions of dollars in a short span of time. When I say millions of dollars, I'm not talking 1 or 2 million. You understand? Like, a lot of money. And it was because me I flying all over the place and the expensive shoes, like, money was just not a problem. Like, I was just spending, right? And the parties, and one night of partying for me, you used to see me out the door, Jerome. So you understand? You understand. But it just out the door and just live life. And I really, when I lost my job, yes, I was good for a couple of months. But then, you know, after that, everything, you're not realizing that, whoa, I have the money. So I'm going to tell people, say, me start over life 4 years ago. Like, I'm literally still a toddler. Because I started over from negative. You see me? Like, I started over in 2020 from negative dollars. I spoke about a time when I couldn't even afford a haircut, bro. Like, I couldn't even find 5 bills. I couldn't even find $100 for buy water. You see me? And it's happened for a while, and I feel like it was just a lesson from God. But it also goes back to financial literacy. When you were outside and you were spending and you have breath and a floss and I spend all of this money and I do all of these things, I remember one party, I would never forget this. This was the first sands outside of on the sand, the outdoor sands or whatever they're called, offshore sands. I remember Jarret Chromatica play. I remember then at the party, I'm drunk and everything. I'm take out 200 grand out of my bag and I just drop it and say, money pull up, boy, and go on myself. Yes, that. So used to live.
Yeah.
Then, flights was nothing to me. Like, I used to travel every single weekend. And just to show you, it was first class. Crazy. Nothing else after row 3. And these tickets were, you know, no problem. Anywhere in the world you call me, Joe. If you did that Australia and say, carry him far, no, yes, and I made that. Yeah. You see me? But then that wasn't smart. But this is the case too for a lot of young people who are earning a lot of money. And you're earning money and you just feel like life is at your fingertips. And then when you've realized that you could have own a house and a car, and you could have all 10 businesses and all these things with all the money that you've blown through, you're just like, whoa. And by the time you reach 45, then by the time you reach retirement age, you don't have no money, because you never have no pension, you never did a save.
For the rainy day.
You understand me? And all I depend on now is a little much of the government are going to give back for pension, but there was no real pension plan. There was no planning for the afterlife. And sometimes to us young people, Jerome, I don't know if you've had this conversation with yourself or with like somebody bridging or somebody friend them. When you talk about planning for the future, some man that said, dog, you know, some still young though.
Yeah, for real.
But when you understand the life, go by fast, you know, brother.
I'm gonna reach them age there yet.
Yeah. And I said, no, I'm gonna reach them age there yet, man. The funny thing is, I said this just casually to one of my bridging them, like maybe about last month. I mean, I said, dog, do you have a pension plan? And the man said, pension plan, brother? I'm not really nowhere close to that yet, bro. And I'm like, bro, you're in your early 30s. Like,
how far do you think that is?
I'm understand what you think. So say, 35 more years of work. But once again, life, the unexpectancy of life, and how life can just crash at any point. You can lose your job at any point. You can be jobless at any point. Anything could physically happen to you and you cannot physically work. Like, do you have things in plan for all these things? I don't. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I'm gonna come on the radio and I sell it on the fear dreams. You understand?
Yeah.
Because nobody can say me no fear dreams, because I'm not even like sleep anyways. Because me sleep as someone wake up same time. Props. You understand? As I start sleep, yeah man, I made that. So you can't say me no fear dreams, so I'm not gonna sell it on no fear dreams. It's a reality of what a lot of us are living. We're living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. If an emergency happens right now, a friend of mine got ill. An accident happened, and the person was really now trying to figure out, yo, what am I going to do for doctor bills? Yeah. And me I said to her, I said, yo, so you never have no emergency fund for things like them? And she said, no. And I said, but friend, get it out the door, You're outside of spending, every weekend out the door, and ear and nails that you do, and daily life not cheap, You see me? So you never put on nothing at all and things, and life is gonna life, man. You have something to say, Paris, quickly?
I don't know if the person who hit me with their car last week is listening, but I've had to go to the doctor since.
See there?
You owe me money.
But today, once again, things just happen out of nowhere. Like, last week, Wednesday, after doing the show, I was okay doing the show. Yeah. And Thursday morning, I wake up, I'm sick, bad. Me first got a doctor and all these things. Supposed to never have health insurance, but I don't know. Yeah, so I say. The amount of money I spent on those doctor visits last week and the medications and all these things. And some people just out here just a raw dog life.
Yeah, them just a live.
Just a live, brother.
Just a walk.
I'm just say, bro. Anyways,
it's crazy.
We're gonna throw things over to DJ Jerome. We're going to bring in the Bust the Youth feature, and then we'll just really go down in that topic and so. You understand? Pick up yourself, Jamal. So, you understand? Yeah, man.
I'm a Zion Lane, so for singer singer. Zion Lane, dog man. All who I wish more power, wish more. We have this and no charging. I know for who did that shot for me name. Oh, if you see me mash up and drop for me face. No, I be there, so I tap for the game. I stay bleach out, do that for me Spain. Ashman road to top banks, Babylon. Youths fear fly out and a snap on the plane. Pasta is not a lap, stop on the plate. Salute it up, top. Look where me I come from, to where me they know. And me have to stay out, me hard work me off. I'm no promise to stay below. They know me never go some punch up. So all who I watch mode for me, tell me how you feel, no charge it. How you feel, both all day.
Pressure them, clap them music. And them from humble can't stop the most me. No, and I stay humble. And when it up in the concrete jungle, wildlife, crocodile, old man a hunt to. Anywhere the money there, that's how me a run to. Hustle hard for the money, give me mommy some too. Pressure them. Pressure them. Pressure them. Classic sauce, and them from humble can't stop the most me. No.
and I stay humble. All you need to finna the concrete jungle. Wildlife crocodile, old man a hunt for. Anywhere the money there, that's how me a run to. Hustle hard for the money, give me mommy some too. And I pray out with the pole of the front to. Some boy them a pray to them gala give me some too. And them gala bubble and I went under the rock too.
Alright, welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, beside me is a new artist, an aspiring dancehall act, classic top kicker. No, classic. Top kicker is for what? What is that for? Which part that come from?
Alright, that's a top kicker. You know, like it have top tier.
Yes.
Top kicker. Top like.
Okay, I understand.
Kicking it at the top, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, music. Why music?
Born and grow in the ghetto, and you know, we grow up and say big artists do it and kind of give an inspiration for us. Say, you know, music is something we can do, and I like the vibe when I see them bigger artists them.
Yes.
Get what I say? Yeah. So.
Which community you're from? Where you come from? Which community?
McIntyre Villa, otherwise known as Dunkirk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
So you know artists like Assassin, Sprague Benz.
Sprague Benz for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
So now, what type of music? If somebody now is watching or listening, and it's their first time that you're seeing you, them don't know nothing about you, how would you describe your type of music?
My type of music would be like for the youths, them type of vibe, you know, where people can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I say? I always try to do my music on that level there. You know, where when a person listening to them can say, you know, say, I see a classic, I can relate to a classic, I say.
You write your own songs?
Yeah, man.
Yes? Every single thing?
Yeah, man.
Now, can you just talk to us about your creative process, like hearing a beat or a rhythm for the first time? What goes through your mind first? Is it the melody? Is it the words? Like, do you say to yourself, all right, well, Panda rhythm, it's more for your girl song, for your, you know, chopping song?
Yeah, basically that kind of vibe there, you know, because, I mean, from a listener rhythm, the rhythm basically starts speak. It's like the rhythm talk to me.
Okay.
You understand? So, I already start thinking about the words, and then start find the melody to it, and I say, alright, that's something I gotta do it.
Yes.
And then we just go in it. Understand? Yeah.
How can people find your songs or find you on social media? What's your social media handles?
Instagram, TikTok, classic top kicker same way. KLASSIC TOPKICKA. Yeah.
Alright, and you'll be performing a song for us tonight?
Yeah, man, definitely.
And which song is that?
Stay Humble.
What is that song about? Well, staying humble, obviously.
Yeah, you know, just type of vibe for the ghetto youth them. Something what the youth them can relate to, as I'm say. You know, I'm try to keep it on that vibe there.
How is your community supporting you at Dunkirk? Are they motivating you to continue to make music? Are they streaming your songs? Or it go? Yes?
Yeah, man, Mode say no. Because, I mean, we have real people where always see we do it because we do it from very young. You get what I say?
Right,
the first time I performed on a stage was like 6-year-old. You get what I say? Yeah, man.
How was that?
It was great. Yeah, man. When I say go to school in the days, don't be lazy. No make nobody tell you no to go them must be crazy and bag or something.
Yeah, at 6.
Them something there. Yeah, 6-year-old.
All right, well, please go ahead, follow him on all social media platforms. Go stream his music. He's gonna be performing "Stay Humble" for us. We just throw things quickly over to DJ Jerome, and then the next voice you should be hearing from is classic top kicker. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
It's after dark. It's after dark. It's after dark. With Kareem. Bwoyatingz. Bwoyatingz. Nationwide 90 FM. Nationwide 90 FM. Yes.
Bwoyatingz After Dark. Bwoyatingz After Dark. Right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
You're talking about a sensation that runs the nation and every radio station. Bwoyatingz, the girls them king, the fastest man alive.
Hey, QQ represent for the big bad Bwoyatingz after that. Keep it like QQ, fully endorsed. You hear that? Boom.
Aye, watching the man Kareem Bwoyatingz. This is Tamoji representing. I'm gonna like a spliff and all a reasoning, bro.
Who that? It's your girl Tananya and you are listening to Bwoyatingz After Dark. Big up yourself, Kareem.
Whoa, Lord. This is Beanie Man, I'm in a laugh. Come here to represent for Bwoyatingz After Dark. Oh, Lord, whoa. Nationwide, 90 FM. Zagazan.
After tree, Bwoyatingz After Dark is the place to be. Yeah, you don't know, so this is the voice of Jarret representing for Bwoyatingz After Dark.
Well, I don't know, it's a girl TC, I'm here for Bwoyatingz After Dark. I'm the lady.
Yeah, I don't know, say young as represented for Kareem Bwoyatingz.
Alright, and as said earlier, classic top kicker, and he's performing Stay Humble.
A classic, you know, the top kicker. Lyrical Glock spitter, I represent for After that kicker. You know the thing, God, we say top life. Give me from top to my father. Pressure them. Clap 7 music. Classic so sicker than them, you know. After Dark. Man a stay humble, all when it tough inna the concrete jungle. Wildlife, crocodile, food man a hunt to. Anyway the money there, that's how me a run to. Hustle hard for the money, give me mommy some to. Man a pray house with a pole at the front to. Some boy them a pray to them gala give me some to. Of them gala bubble and I wonder that they rum to. Street money there, ya top tick I want some to. Get a youth keep your head high. Hustle hard never stop try. Go on plane free fly. Remember the limit is the sky, me say. Get to youth, keep your head high. Hustle hard, never stop try. Go on plane fly. Right now me want tell you about classic. Money man a hustle, me no mean no basic. Boss man me a tell you send on the payslip. If it's not money, my time don't waste it. Money coulda fast like you seeing me a chase it. If you climb up the ladder, me nah go ace it. Nah go follow some boy, go down go taste it. Wait till me time, come me must first place it. Can't replace it. Get to youth, keep your head high. Hustle hard, never stop try. Go on plane fly. Remember the limit is the sky, me say. Get to youth, keep your head high. Hustle hard, never stop try. Go on plane fly. Right now me want reach, man a stay humble. All when it tough inna the concrete jungle. Wildlife, crocodile, food man a hunt to. Anyway the money there, that's how me a run to. Hustle hard for the money, give me mommy some to. Man a pray house with a pole at the front to. Some boy them a pray to them gala give me some to. Of them gala bubble and I wonder that they rum to. Street money there, ya top tick I want some to. Get to youth, keep your head high. Hustle hard, never stop try. Go on plane fly. Remember the limit is the sky, me say. Get to youth, keep your head high. Hustle hard, never stop try. Go on plane fly. Right now me want reach a Dubai. After that.
The man have a massacre vibe. Right? No? Yes, like the cadence or something up. Yeah man, massacre man. But top kicker, go on do your thing, my G. Yes, I mean all the best to you. And continue putting in the work. You understand me? Definitely. Once again, guys, go ahead and follow him. Classic Top Kicker, KLASSIC Top KICKA. You understand? Throw things back to DJ Jerome on the ones and twos.
Pressure them. Clap 7 music. Classic so sicker than them, you know. And them for the humble can't stop the most milk. Dog. Man a stay humble, all when it up inna the concrete jungle. Wildlife, crocodile, food man a hunt to. Anyway the money there, that's how me a run to. Hustle hard for the money, give me mommy some to. Man a pray house with a pole at the front to. Some boy them a pray to, them gala give me some to. Have them gala bubble and a wine that they rum to. Straight money there, ya top think of a some to. Get to youth, keep your head high. Hustle hard, never stop try. Up on plane fly. Remember the limit is the sky, me say. Get to youth, keep your head high. Hustle hard, never stop try. Up on plane fly. Right now me want reach a tell you about classic. Money man a hustle, me no mean no basic. Boss man me a tell you send on the payslip. If it's not money, my time don't waste it. Money coulda fast like you see me a chase it. I feel climb up the ladder, me nah go ace it. Nah go follow some boy. Wait till me time come, me must first place it. Can't replace it. Get how youths keep your head high. Hustle and never stop try. One plane free to fly. Remember the limit is the sky, me say.
Alright, welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM. Once again, if you're just joining us, our topic of the night is securing the bag. How are young people handling their money? And our question of the night is, how do you balance enjoying life today while saving for tomorrow? I'm going to just read this comment just real quickly. By Keontae or Dayton _07, who says, that's me right now, paycheck to paycheck. I know the importance of having an emergency fund, but sometimes there's no room to have or put towards an emergency fund based on living expenses. And you know, that's just the reality of many young people today. Like, it's just the truth. Yeah, now the topic for young people in today's fast-paced world, financial literacy, with the rising cost of living and an ever-changing economic landscape, understanding how to manage your money is more important than ever. Now, what is financial literacy? It is the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including personal financial management, budgeting, and investing. From budgeting smartly to making informed investment decisions, mastering these skills will set you up for a future of financial security. We'll also explore some unconventional methods of saving that are catching on with today's generation, giving you the edge to not just survive but thrive. I see somebody even asking the question on X if partner still a keep, because that was a way our parents' generation would save, yeah, by the susus, partners, susus, or round robins. You invest in one round robin and you get a job, you keep one party for getting additional money. You know, that's how they would save. Now, the struggle, right? Let's talk about the real struggle, because we're gonna have real conversations here tonight. The real struggle, working hard every day, only to hear, save for the future, save for a rainy day, when all you really want to do is to enjoy life right now because you're young, right? We're out here grinding, watching the bank account grow at a snail's pace, but then your phone lights up with a party invite and you have brunch plans and the latest sneaker releases and the latest phone a drop, and then you have the car for soup up and the car for fix, right? By the way, speaking of that, what I've noticed, I mean, not just me, every single time that you say that you're saving this month, something else happens in your life. See, Books, all I said the same thing. Brother, me I wonder if the odds are just stacked against us, bro. Like, for those who drive, car troubles, it could be just an out of nowhere, your phone go to stop work, your laptop stop work, something, you start get sick, something.
Brother, I remember one time I literally, like, me I work, I never did work no whole heap of money, but you know, every once in a while I get a little job and I make some money and put it in my pocket. Remember one day, literally, I get a 20 grand in my pocket. I'm say, cool. I'm say, yo, I'm gonna link up with a friend I'm gonna see in a while. Is a show that she never did about me. Say, alright, cool. I'm just take it as a sign and say, I just go home. But me see some man look down the road now for check out the road stay and drive off. I don't care that milk, you know.
Same thing.
Brother, I literally sit down on the side of the road and ball because I say, just get the money.
I'm telling you, every single time, like for argument's sake, you might be getting a bonus or an additional work for persons who, you know, have like a side hustle, an additional work come in and you get a piece of food and you say to yourself, so, alright, I'm going to start put this down and you start match out the money and you say, alright then, I want 100 grand right there. So I gotta pay 2 bill, but I gotta put down a 50 grand out there, 100 grand, and then what happens right after that? Something start happening with your car. Your phone stop charge, your phone mash up, right? Your car want one new tire. Something at the house want fixed, one pipe busting at the house. Then you start wonder like, what is happening? Yeah. So that's just reality of life, right? So you start calculating, should I pay the bills or treat myself this one time? Because honestly, it feels like all you do is work and save. But when do we actually get time to enjoy it? We're out here saying no to nice dinners and treating ourselves to instant noodles, all while watching everyone else live their best lives on Instagram. And it's like, how long do you have to suffer now before you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor? You want to save for the future, but you also want to live a little before you're too old to even hit the beach. And that is another thing too that a lot of young people have been saying. We're working so hard and we're trying to save for the future and we're trying to say, all right, fine. But a lot of people are just like, it really feels like you're just working to pay bills. I see somebody said on social media recently that she can't tell when last she's even treated herself to a meal at a restaurant. And she's like, I go to work every single day, and by the time I go home, I gotta work. And when I saw that, I'm just like, yo, that is a cry of so many of our young people, right? Like, it's not even about just going to parties. No people don't even worry about parties. No people don't really care about what going on social media. No people don't even care about everybody else live. But they're just like, yo, I would like to even just treat myself one time. And that's why I tell you this, I don't want to pick me either, you know, because I don't know if me can, if me don't know how to do it.
I'm just something what you like for do. Like, I love football in my life. Sometimes I just want to go play some ball. I don't have the money right now or the time. I'm going to say, yo, go play some ball. Just as simple.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about tonight, guys. We're going to get into it all. Yeah. Because I want to hear from the experts.
Definitely.
How do they do it? Okay, so we're going to take a break. It's Bwoyatingz After Dark, Nationwide 90 FM.
Korean solid surface, so versatile and beautiful. It's non-porous, no sealing necessary, renewable and repairable, so easy to clean and maintain, and can be thermoformed into any shape. Choose Korean, the #1 solid surface in the world, when you want beauty and the best for your countertop. Visit Home International Limited, located at 104 Constance Ring Road. Telephone 755-1970 or 924-0437.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
You've weathered the storm, but rebuilding and preparing for back to school have taken a toll. It's time to get some money in your pocket. At Chris and Charles, we understand your financial needs. With just a quick call, you can access funds to catch up on bills and cover unexpected expenses. Our process is fast, simple, with funds deposited in your account in no time. Don't stress, get money in your pocket. Call 876-926-0609 or visit our website today. Conditions apply. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
This Christmas, let's bring back the spirit of giving, changing lives where it matters most. 'Tis the season to give back to those in need. With over 1,000 vibrant colors, magically help to transform somebody's space or your special place. With EdgeChem Color Glow Plus amazing colors, available in flat, no sheen or gloss. Visit any of our 24 EdgeChem retail stores and other distributors island-wide, or download our EdgeChem Color app. Select your favorite color, and let's bring back the spirit of Christmas. EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Are you ready for a patio makeover you can afford? Then come to Paradise Patio Furniture and Grills in Montego Bay. We now offer a new line of beautiful, truly affordable furniture that will make your outdoor space look amazing. And you won't find it anywhere else at these prices. Get that high-end look that is sure to impress. Easy in-store financing and island-wide delivery options too at Paradise Patio Furniture and Grills, Witter Village Mall, Montego Bay, and ParadisePatioJamaica.com.
Valley, we a big deal when we touch ground. Yeah, I can see when we're pulling up. Anything for the taste what we love. Barbecue, spicy and original, flavorful, crispy, irresistible. 3 piece with the fries and a Pepsi. Bro, get your one big deal, stop stress me. All when we dip on the toilet, no left foot. It's a big deal.
Anything for the taste of a juicy, crunchy, irresistible KFC, big deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries and Pepsi. KFC, it's finger licking good.
What time is it? It's after dark with Kareem.
So you're still thinking of me.
Alright, welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark. I'll just read a couple of your comments on YouTube just real quickly. I see Baby Toy say, keep big up the ghetto youth them, Kareem. For a youth that wasn't born and raised in the garrison, I must say, I relate so much to, I don't know why, like even from me I got JC, Jerome, like all of my bridging them, bro, I kid you not, came from the garrisons, right? It's just something about a success story to me. Even a lot of my friends know are from very humble beginnings. And it's just a thing, bro, you know. So we try here at Bwoyatingz After Dark to just, you know, highlight these talents. And I see another comment here just quickly, you know, speaking about what was his name, Top Kicker, you know, saying, well, classic Top Kicker Andre Chambers says, heard him on the radio just now and I thought it was Massacre. But a couple of the comments to the topic real quickly before we get in Shamar Clark here on the phone lines. Denise Ferguson says, so why do you think the birth rate in Jamaica is so low? We cannot even afford to save, much less. Right now, one has to be careful with these financial institutions who claim they're here to help us to invest. Everything Mercedes says, I feel like it's necessary to enjoy the fruits of your labor while in the process of saving for the future. My apologies. Majestic Gabby Fee says, experience life. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. The present is the only thing that is sure. Now, the outlook should be to be financially free. Remember, paper money can lose its value. And the final one by Yvonne Hermans, who says, good night out of Grand Cayman. Loving this topic. Was thinking about the same thing today. Well, thank you so much for listening. Now on the phone lines we have Shamar Clark, who is a seasoned financial strategist specializing in retirement and estate planning, known for creating customized financial roadmaps for clients and helping them achieve their goals. He joined Sagicor Life Jamaica in 2017, earning Rookie of the Year in 2018, and becoming the first financial professional to achieve Court of the Table status in their rookie year at the prestigious $1 Million Round Table. A Glenmuir High alum, Shamar is Jamaica's most decorated male financial advisor and one of the top in the Caribbean. He holds a bachelor's in political science from UA and is a certified financial planner and serves as a director for the Jamaica Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors. He's also an avid reader, and Shamar enjoys spending time with his family, playing dominoes, and working on his second publication. Young and established, you understand? Shamar, big up yourself, my youth. Good night, sir. How are you doing?
Great, man. Can't complain.
I mean, obviously you can't complain because you're just doing great things. Every time I go up on social media, every time there's a Sagicor Awards, you're taking home all the awards. Congrats, man. Just keep doing it, man.
Thank you, brother.
No, I appreciate it. This topic, you see, as a young youth, and it's a conversation that I've seen on social media so many times about, you know, financial literacy and just planning for a solid retirement plan. Can you just tell us, you know, what are some of the key steps that, you know, individuals should take when creating this plan, especially in the Jamaican context?
All right, so a solid question and something that we go through with clients on the daily.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is that when you give this particular response, it sounds cliche, but it's a cold hard truth. You really have to look at what you're earning and then take a deep look at your expenses, because a large part of why we can't save is because a lot of our expenses that we consider to be necessary expenses are really not necessary. So you need to put it on us. You need to look at your expenses as very, very suspect. to say, all right, do I really need to go to this event? All right, is it so detrimental for me to not go to this event? Do I need to buy this bottle of Remy tonight? You understand? Identify exactly what your expenses are. So there are some leaks in our finances. Once we plug those, we get to find out exactly what our disposable incomes are, and then we can decide that, all right, a percentage of this needs to be put aside for the future.
Yes.
So the structure that I would want person to understand and appreciate is that I want to enjoy and live life young. No, because I do that. You understand? But it's not that I'm going to live and spend all of my money. No. I want some money that's coming back to me in 5 years, and some money that's coming back to me in 10 years, and some money when I retire, if I should live that long. So it's just a discipline that we were not brought up with, that it forces us to say, all right, YOLO. You only live once, so just ball out and use all the money now. So it really comes down to just the structure and looking at your budget firstly. Yeah.
Then how can young people then start preparing for early retirement, right? Even if it is that they have limited income, because a comment that someone said on Twitter earlier was, let me see if I can just read it verbatim, because this is the cry for many of our young people, yeah? And let me just see if I can just find it just real quickly. Just give me a second. So the person was saying, this is me right now, paycheck to paycheck. I know the importance of having an emergency fund, but sometimes there's no room to have or put towards an emergency fund based on living expenses. So, what if young people go through this right now? How can they start preparing for retirement early?
It's just even that now. It's the easiest way for me to utilize it, regardless of my expertise, is use my personal experience, right? So let me throw it to you this way. When I came to Kingston, I'm a Clarendon boy, I realized I went to Glenmere. And I came to Kingston, it was 2009. At the time I was working at Hartress as a SL top. And the income at the time was it was $8,000 something for a fortnight.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. I would get a little overtime. It went up to 13,000.
Yes.
What I decided at the time was I used to buy, save up my money and buy some shoes, and then I found out that I could cut here. Put it that way, and then start cut some here and start put aside some money on the side. Right? I went to university and started, let me invest in that education, because if I invest in that education, the potential will get me somewhere else where I can get an increase in income. But at the moment I'm out of university, I start earning more money. I did not start to put aside anything for retirement. Right? The first thing I'm going to do, I buy one car I couldn't afford. At the time, my income now moved from the $8,000 far up to $85,000 a month. And I can tell you my car payment was $50,000.
Out of the 85?
$49,974.50. I will never forget it. Right?
Yes.
So it comes back down again to the discipline. If you decide that you want to put down a small amount, you can. But when you're young, so when you're in your early part of your 20s, the discipline can be and the focus can be on educating yourself or finding a skill that over the next 4 or 5 years, God giving you life and blessings, you're able to earn from. It can't be short-lived to say, boy, all right, I am in this position now. This is not going to be your final position. It is for you now to say, all right, this is where I'm at. I understand where I'm at. I'm earning $50,000 per month. What can I do now to invest in earning additional income or invest in a skill to get me the additional income? Because obviously, when you earn a certain amount of capital, no matter what you do, no matter your budget and you squeeze and you turn, you're going to realize that at some point, there's nothing more you can squeeze out of you. You can't save anything. So now you realize that you have an income problem. If you have an income problem, you have to now create additional streams of income. So you have to invest in yourself, which is the one thing that people don't like to invest in. You have to invest in yourself first.
Yes.
So young people, the first thing I can tell you, invest in yourself. Find a career that you think you love, or find a skill, but invest in yourself early out. And that is what's going to give you the biggest returns, where you can actually save for the future. But I would tell you, say, you're going to make you have $100,000 or $200,000 a month, and that's going to get you to financial freedom. It's not. It gets to the start for you to now be able to invest in yourself for that now to bring it towards or closer towards the freedom. So that's the response for that.
Wow, profound, man. And we're so strapped for time, because trust and believe me, when I definitely needed you in studio for this topic, but final one from me here, because we might as well just have a part two. For someone new to invest in, what are the safest and most effective options to consider when planning for retirement?
All right, so the question is that part of the question I'll leave you to ask you. The age of the person. So if it's the safest and it's leading.
Like, I would maybe say like early 30s.
Early 30s, retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Your retirement is about 30 years away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, based on the structure of any retirement specialist, you're going to have some amount of risk in it. Meaning you're going to be investing with some equity.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some saving the same investment, but bonds and CDs, but those are going to be a smaller percentage. So a large part of the retirement client right now is going to be in stocks, unit trusts, meaning higher risks, because you have a lot more time to bounce back from any stocks in the market.
Yes.
Right? So you have about 30 years to bounce back,
yes.
And that's a good thing. So even individually, I'm saying outside of saying you're planning for retirement, everybody wants you're young. That's the one regret I have. I never buy stocks in my 20s.
Yes. But so my thing is this, because I think, and I did say that's the final question, but I think what is another concern for a lot of young people, them just don't know, like, which stock forget, like, how do I know which stock is a good return on my money? Like, how do I know, where to look? Like, which part I start look? Like, what's the first step? Like, they don't know what the first step is. So what would your advice be to that?
So, let's say, educating yourself is important. So go and do some readings. I can tell you that you can go on YouTube or Google it. Right now, you'll find some basic information in terms of how to pick the right stock for you. Mm-hmm. But if you want to take my advice, if you want to hear my advice, what I did and what I've been doing is this. My first stock, I bought a company that I liked. And so I buy a company where I spend more money in that company than me think I may help them build. Nobody eat Grace mackerel like me.
Yes.
So if me buy so much mackerel.
Yes.
The company look like it's gonna last forever. So that was my first stock. And I buy companies that really look like they're going to outlive me. Understand? And then I look for companies, you start to learn about dividends and how stocks pay. And you buy those. And when you hear about IPOs and young, innovative companies, you buy into those. Right? But then stocks are not a get rich quick thing. So you have to educate. So that's where the education comes in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of discussion in terms of speaking to a professional that understands the stock market and understands exactly how to find a pick for you, because it comes back down to why, again, your risk appetite and how long you want to put on the money. So like you, Karim, now, I can say, Karim, give me a careless million. Give me one careless million.
Wait.
Yeah, give me a careless million. You can afford to put some risk to this for the next 2-3 years.
Yes.
And then we can say, all right, we see a potential in this part of the market that might shoot up in another year based on projections, not a guarantee, obviously. And then you can take the risk on it. For somebody that's closer to retirement, having the same capital base like you, understand, is not able to do that because I'm like, boy, what if it goes south and I'm not able to bounce back by retirement? So really and truly, it really comes down to the person. But when you're young in your 20s, it really doesn't matter much, if you're especially when you're looking for stocks for the long term. And I can recommend one or two, but I'm not going to do it on air right now.
Oh, yes.
But it is important for persons to go and find professionals that really love and appreciate them job and want to share the information to you.
Like you, and right. And if it is that persons would like to make contact with you, Shamar, how them can find you on social media, or them can make contact with you?
Easy to find you. I am Shamar Clark. So you find me on Instagram. It's probably the easiest platform to find you. I am Shamar Clark on Instagram. And contact number would be 876-325-6944.
That's 876-325-6944.
That is it.
Shamar, big up yourself, Maji. We're going to have to definitely, do something else as it pertains to this topic, because once again, you are the best in the business, yeah? so I appreciate you, yeah?
Not a problem, brother.
Boss, yeah, one. Well, guys, once again, you can find him on social media. I am Shamar Clark, and it's I am SHAMAR Clark. Easy for find, and once again, as him said, even if it is that you're not going to be his client and you just want a quick information, him can pass it on. Don't be afraid to use the people that won't go see come on the platform tonight, please, and thank you, because that's why I do it for all of we. You understand? Please throw things over to DJ Jerome on the ones and twos. When we come back, we're gonna have some more people in the studio, some more professionals.
So you're still thinking of me, just like I know you should. I cannot give you everything, you know I wish I could. I'm so high at the moment, I'm so caught up in this. Yeah, we're just young, dumb, and broke, but we still got love to give while we're young, dumb, young, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, young, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, young, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, broke high school kid. Young, dumb, broke high school kid.
I wanna be a billionaire so bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. Oh, every time I close my eyes, I see my name in shining lights. Yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, I would have a show like Oprah. I would be the host of Everyday Christmas. Give Trappy your wish list. I'd probably pull a Angelina and Brad Pitt and adopt a bunch of babies that.
Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life.
The wait is over.
Welcome to the good life.
And after all the talk, all I gotta say is
welcome to the good life.
You're welcome. You're all welcome. Like we always do at this time. I go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. Go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I'm shit on this beat.
So live your life. You said you're chasing that big car, just live your life. Ain't got no time for no haters, just live your life. Don't tell them where it'll take ya, just live your life.
Just we did it again, homie.
Yo, you don't know this your boy QQ representing for Bwoyatingz Afterdark. Keep it like QQ said. Yeah.
Alright, welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark. If you're watching on YouTube, then you see two young and rich young people, in the studio. So to my extreme right is Janai Leith, yes, who is a regulations and policy professional with a first degree in finance and economics and a master's in international relations and government. Currently the managers of regulations and policy at the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority. He sits on various steering committees as well as a task force aiding in policy development of national importance. He has a considerable track record of leadership which stems from various offices held. He's the CEO also, but basically my things. You understand? But I don't understand. And also, he's currently the vice president, which is very important, of the Caribbean Regional Youth Council, while being a part of the Caribbean 35 under 35. Welcome to the show, my boss. How are you doing? Good.
Doing well so far.
Good. Alright, if you can just come closer to the microphone for me, please. And then to my extreme right, Janika Williams, aka Boss Lady Chin. is a dynamic 23-year-old entrepreneur and the founder of Chin Company Limited, an international organic brand based in Jamaica. With an impressive journey from humble beginnings, Janika transformed a $5,000 investment, 5,000 Jamaican dollar, into a multi-million-dollar enterprise, showcasing her remarkable business acumen and resilience. Welcome to the show as well.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
I'm so impressed with you young people doing amazingly great things. As an older person, I think you guys are doing some great things. So the matter at hand, because we're strapped for time. This issue with young people, we can't save, we can't do nothing, we feel like we can't invest, we can't own a home, we can't start a business, we don't have the money. Because paycheck to paycheck, life out here is hard. Your opinion, your take, Janoi first, and then Mr. Boss Lady Chin.
Alright, so yeah, firstly, I agree. Life
okay.
hard. What I do personally is, as you hear them always say, and it probably sounds cliche, is to pretty much use your 9 to 5 to pretty much finance your other endeavors.
We don't have it.
So, as you can see, we have a perfect example. She's $5,000 in it.
Yes.
$5,000 and it turned what? Multi-million dollars.
Yes.
So if you can even just take like $1,000 a week, just put that aside. 4 weeks, you have $4,000.
Yes.
And then you find something to either invest in, or if you have some kind of business idea. And to be honest, what I realize these days is you don't necessarily need like anything major to start certain kind of business and so on.
Yes.
So for example, if you have like a good smartphone, you can literally do social media management for busy people who own several companies and so on, but they need their social media to be active. And you can start from there, and then they would recommend somebody based on how well you have managed their social media.
Yes.
And another thing that if we capitalize on as young people, Jamaica have a poor service like reputation. So if you want to go into an industry that's saturated, or you feel as though it's saturated, what you can do is set yourself above the rest of the pack, is to have perfect service or near perfect service.
That is so true.
Because once you have near perfect service,
yes,
if you give me perfect service or near perfect service, I'm going to recommend my friends.
That is true.
And then they're going to recommend other people.
True.
And then from that, if you build out and branch out, you're going to see how fast things going get very great for you, because the service in Jamaica is very poor, and we as young people complain about it all the time. So if we see this as a problem, we can use that problem as an opportunity for us to then make some money.
Yeah.
So I think it can be done.
$5,000.
All right, so for me, in terms of like persons who want to save, and I agree as well, life is hard, a lot of different bills, the economy is hard, but why I find it that a lot of young people are not able to save is that they don't have a realistic budget with the saving. Like how they attack the saving, they just get up and say that, hey, mega stop party, mega stop. You don't attack it like that. You have to make it get time to simmer in. It's like a wax. When you wax the first time, you can't just wax off everywhere your body so.
That is true.
Because you're not going to be able to endure the pain tolerance at once. So what you do, you don't just drop all the stuff that you regular do. You take your time with it. So if you said, all right then, I'm big on entertainment with myself. I love to go to the bar to have a drink. I love to go to the party, etc. You cannot just get up, because this is why a lot of people fail in the saving. You get up, I'm not going to more party. Stop. You're going to fail.
Yes.
You take your time. I got 2 parties for the week. All right. I go 1 now. You don't just attack it like that, because when you attack it like that, you're not going to be able to withstand the pain tolerance. So you take your time with it. So you said, all right then, I always go like 2 or 3 parties for the week. All right, tonight I'm not going to 1.
Yeah.
So you go the next one, but you don't go this one. So you take your time to seize in it, and then your pain tolerance start to go up. Then you can say, all right then, I have to go no party that week here now. I can't do it. And that's how you started with. But when you attack the saving with that rush mindset, you go up on YouTube, you go up on TikTok, you see a video. No man, me need to do something with my life. Bams, me not gonna party. Me not this, me not buy that. You're gonna go back to square one.
Yes.
But
I think a lot of us, I can speak for this. Budgeting is such a hard thing. Budgeting other than life itself. For me, I don't know, like, I just love nice things too much. I'm thinking that's my problem. Like, I feel like the only way me can really and truly budget well and save is if we have the internet. So I wouldn't mind if them just you understand? Just discontinue the internet completely. So I'm not going to see no clothes, I'm not going to see no things. So I can just go work to yard. A lot of young people, they have issues with budgeting. What are some tips? Like how we can do it? Like, what's the first thing to do?
Have a realistic budget.
I agree.
Have a realistic budget. A lot of young people, when it comes down to budget, nobody's not being realistic about their budget. Have some immediate debts that you have to pay. And have your realistic budget. All right, I have my rent for pay. Immediate debt. You know, you have to live. You have to pay the landlord the money.
I'm just a Peter. I'm just not answer my phone. You understand?
Like him don't know where you live.
Yeah, you know, grocery. You know, your local food. Minimize on the eating out. A lot of people don't even know. You know, eating out costs a lot. You know.
It does.
When you're not cooking,
cooking is so.
You know.
I mean, that for me personally, I think that part is debatable. It depends on where you go as relates to eating out.
Man,
because
a lot of
when
people
you
go to the nice place to eat.
I am one of them person that.
But you're rich.
Like,
okay, Janoy.
I love cook still, but
yes.
When me think about it, the time, and then I do econ, so I look at opportunity cost with everything. The time where I spend to prepare the dish, cook, and then sit down and eat, me get like minimal utility from just doing all that and eat. Plus, I still have to spend the money and buy groceries, and groceries are expensive these days.
What is a realistic amount for a first-time saver for somebody who's not making hundreds of thousands of dollars and them decides, you know what, I want to start put something? Because I think also what is an issue with a lot of young people is them just feel like, boy, if I not save a 10-20 grand a week, that means when I really have no progress, and it makes no sense to me. I save no $2,000 a month.
For me personally, I think you save $4,000 a month, and if you start something like at JMMB and you put that $4,000 towards the JMMB, within 2 months, 3 months, you're going to have like $12,000. You can then use that to invest in any kind of stock or whatever it is, and it might seem minimal when you just start, but if you do it and progressively build onto that, that's you developing some form of like investment. And what you can look into is just not just the stock prices, but also what you're getting from the stocks. So for example, you know, certain stocks pay dividends.
Alright, pause that cause because I want to take a break, but that is exactly where I want to go, because a lot of us don't understand stocks and bonds and some of them, and we feel like, so we want $1 million to actually start buying into stocks and them things they understand, and I prefer to take that $1 million and go to Dubai. So we're going to take a break. This is Bwoyatingz After Dark on Nationwide 90 FM.
Escape to the tranquility of Spur Tree HomeAway Villas, a placid getaway featuring 3 unique accommodations. The spacious main house offers 6 aesthetically pleasing designed bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a smart lock access, and modern amenities like smart TVs. Enjoy the cozy 2-bedroom suite with private baths, or retreat to the intimate 1-bedroom suite. Relax by the pool or explore Spur Tree HomeAway Villas. Book with us today. Contact 347-307-3732 or 646-824-5232.
Share in the experience at Fontana Pharmacy. We have a wide variety of items in store just for you. Fill your prescriptions while you shop. And senior citizens enjoy 10% off. Shop household, cosmetics, toys, and many other departments. We also offer curbside pickup and delivery. Visit our website at fontanapharmacy.com. Fontana Pharmacy, where it's all good inside.
Guilty. Outperform, outlast. With top performance. Easy jackhammer. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. The 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
We're talking about a sensation that runs the nation and every radio station. Bwoyatingz, the girls them king, the fastest man alive.
Hey, QQ represent for the big bad Bwoyatingz after that. Keep it like QQ, fully and that's. You hear that?
Alright, welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark, right here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Kareem Bwoyatingz, and we're still here with Janoy Leith. We're here with Boss Lady Chin, and so we're going into stocks and investments, right? You were explaining something during the break, or before we go to the break, and also during the break. Stocks now is where I think a lot of young people will get lost in the sauce.
Right, and as we can see from social media, Twitter specifically, like it gets somewhat trendy to invest and so on. So as you know that IPOs tend to come out and so on. Shameless plug, as one of my great friends, Simon, has Stocks on the Rocks. What they tend to do is always like offer some advice as relates to how best to approach these items, whether you're buying it at the IPO stage or if they let out APO or anything of that nature as relates to what the stock is doing now. They tell you about the maturity, the fact if it's paying dividends or so on. So that's something that you have to look into. What you can't get lost into is the technicality of buying and selling stock specifically, because then you know have to check, like try to predict if it's going to raise today, if it's going to drop tomorrow for you to buy more, them type of thing. And the technical thing going through
that's why it gets hard.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you must look for now are stocks that pay dividend and save, so like you can save those, buy those, and then yearly or quarterly, whenever they pay their dividends, you'll get something in your account.
You were recommending one during the break.
Yes, I was recommending like a stock like Wigton. Wigton is pretty cheap. It's roughly about, I don't think it's more than $1. And as you guys know, if you don't know.
We don't know.
Right.
We don't know, Janai, please. Yes.
What you have to do is buy at least a minimum 100 blocks of stock. So if you are to buy that, like your first 4,000, 5,000 can buy you at least 100 or more. So then you buy that. And another thing, as I was mentioning in the break, is to look at the 4,000 that you're saving monthly as one of your bills or one of your debts that you have to pay. Because I think another thing that a lot of young people are looking at savings as is more of a voluntary thing. So you're like, all right, I don't have to do it this month, or something come up, so I don't have to do it this month. But you can't see that with your rent. You can't see that with your light bill.
Especially JPS, Jesus.
Right? Right? So therefore, you have to look at it in that sense to then be able to save that and then put it towards something.
Boss Lady Chin, investing now. You don't really do the stocks thing, so what do you do?
All right, so I'm a more of the buyer and seller. I heavily invest in buying and selling goods. And for most of the clientele that I have, they would look at stuff that people want. Like, so, for example, no, Christmas is coming up. The big show is coming up in Christmas. You know, a lot of girls are going to buy hair. They're going to buy the shirts to wear. They're going to buy a lot of different things. So I have persons who I supply with all of those things, and you don't have to start big. You can start very much small. You can start with a minimum of 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, whatever budget you have at the time, and buy small, sell back and make your profit. And I always tell people that you don't have to sell stuff like way expensive. You can just put on, like, so for example, you buy something for $1,000. You don't have to sell it for $6,000. You can sell it, say, all right, then may I sell it for 2.5, or may I sell it, for 2-3 thereabout, and make a little profit, small. Because the thing is, you can buy something for $500, and I buy something for $500, and you sell what you purchased for what you bought for $500 for $8,000, but I only sell it for $1,500. I sell 100 of that thing before you sell one of your $6,000 or $8,000 one.
Yes.
So you don't necessarily have to say, all right, then I'm buying this for a certain amount of price. Me need for you don't need to look for just rich quick out of people. So you just need to say, all right, then put a good amount of profit on it that is okay, that is feasible, where say, all right, them can done fast. So you go back and market more than you hold hard on the price, and then there's something them just pile up on you. And I always say to persons that, hey, you don't need to buy things in large quantities when you're starting. Just buy small and start, and I think you will grow. And that's what I do.
Oh, okay, Janoi, back to the stocks and the things there. No, can you just tell us, a couple factors just quickly that young people should consider before investing in bonds and stocks and all these things, like interest rates and inflation, whatever. What are we supposed to look out for? So, talk like a first timer now. So I'm a first timer. I have a $4,000. I'm investing. How much money I should expect to get in return by the end of the year, and what should I look out for? What are some no-nos?
Alright, so the first thing I would always recommend to people whenever buying any kind of stock is buy where you use.
Okay.
Buy where you use. So for example,
so condoms.
Right.
Yes.
If you buy a whole heap of condom, invest in a Durex or Skin or something, because at the end of the day, it's like a case where you get back your money, because they pay you from the profit that they make.
Right.
And then technically, would I make money off of you?
Off of me anyways.
Yeah. You drive on the highway.
Yeah.
You buy Trans Jam. If you're an avid user of the highway, you buy Trans Jam. For example, right? So therefore, like with Cinco, you always drink soda, you always drink Schweppes or Coca-Cola. You buy with Cinco.
Yeah.
So you invest in these type of things that you're spending your money on.
Yes.
So therefore, it's a case where say, all right, I spend what I spend with a company when I will get back from. Same thing with like buying gas and Fesco. Fesco is on the stock exchange. You buy Fesco because at the end of the day, you always have a gas station.
Gas always a sell too,
Right.
Always.
So that are the first thing I always tell people. Next thing is to read. Don't be afraid to read a lot. And most of the targeted information is actually on the stock exchange website. So if it's a case where you don't want to be going out and looking like everywhere to find or decipher the information that will or seemingly will affect how the stock will move, tend to be on the stock exchange website. So don't be afraid to read, and if you don't like read, tell yourself you like read.
Yeah. At this point.
And again, and it would tie back to even the point that she made earlier where she's saying don't try to get rich quick. It's the same thing with stock. It's not a case where you're just going to say, all right, in a year I want to make $1 million. In some instances, and as we can see with like GameStop and them thing the back in of the day, you buy GameStop and after a while there's just this big surge and then boom, GameStop they just fly straight up.
Yeah.
But it's a case where you have to have faith, but don't expect to get rich after the first year. That is the first thing. Don't expect to get rich after the first year.
Right.
So those are just the main principles that I use when looking at certain stock. Buy where you use. If you're an NCB person, try get NCB. NCB is a bit expensive right now, especially on the stock exchange, and that's because they tend to give a good turnaround. NCB profit tend to be good because majority of Jamaica use NCB.
Yes.
So try to get these things. You love going to Fontana, go look and buy and them type of thing. Fontana is also on the stock exchange.
Go buy some stocks there.
Some stocks in Fontana. These are the things I look out for. Look out for them releasing APO or doing some form of stock split, and stock split is like them then reducing the price or increasing the amount of units that you get for a specific price.
Yeah.
So these are things that you look into. If you are a man who love bun cigarette, buy Carreras.
Might as well. Yeah.
You know, so these are the things you look into and you try to get them. And those are actually stocks that give dividends as well. So you'll be getting back some money as well as the stock prices fluctuate. On a good day, the stock probably go up and it probably double, because like dollar, for example, when dollar came out, it was $1. Now it's like $2 something. So you know, say you're pretty much at 100% profit with dollar.
Yes.
At any point in time, you can sell that, get back your money, and then some.
Yeah.
So you can make money off a stock two ways. You can buy it, hold it, and get dividends all the time from it. Or you can buy it reach a certain amount and you sell it, because it's the same thing with Transjam. The price of Transjam reach now from where it was when it just came out. A lot of people even sell a fraction of their Transjam and make back the money what they did first initially invest in a Transjam.
Yeah.
So these are the things that you just have to pay attention to.
Makes sense. Boss lady, my final question for you is, you know, is this thing where, you know, as you earn more, people feel tempted to spend more because your taste gets more expensive?
I mean, it's an economic it's actually an economic principle, you know, like you increase your income, you increase your consumption.
Yes.
So
but you're tipped off to people, you know, but because you're earning all these monies, you want to spend and enjoy, but you should be saving more.
All right, so sometimes it boils down back to some person's personality. I'm the type of girl that I'm not fussy, as you can see, I'm bored, you know. So it not really increase like on certain levels, but yes, you tend to spend more money on other things because you start to invest bigger, you start to accumulate more debt, you know. So everything starts to increase, but with certain common principle. That's why I said it's very good to start from a small foundation. So by starting small, the intensity of the pressure, you kind of can, we would have said no, bear it.
You can manage it.
You can manage it. So it's not something that happened overnight. It take it time to gradually, you know, reach to that extent. But overall though, yes, a lot of things increase. Certain things you wouldn't regular buy, but because you have the money to buy it,
you want it.
You go buy
you don't want
it.
more mackerel, you want lobster.
Yeah. But
all of a sudden you feel for shrimp.
You still prioritize though,
Yes.
and you go through same way, and you try to sometimes reflect and say, hey, I'm coming from here. Certain things I don't have to do, you know. So overall though, yes, your expense increase, but I still prioritize and I still budget and do what I need to do and go through life.
All right, guys, can you just share your social media handles, please, before you go? Starting with you, boss lady.
Okay, so on TikTok it's Boss Chin, and on Instagram is Chin_company_limited.
Love that.
All right, so for me on Twitter it's JanuElite_JA, and on Instagram it's JanuEliteJA.
And it's LEITH.
Right.
For Leith. All right, guys, so go and follow them. Thank you guys so much. We're going to definitely do this topic again because there's so many questions that I do have for you, but time is of the essence. Okay, well, have a good night, a wonderful night. We're going to throw things back to DJ Jerome on the ones and twos.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Now, what y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers. We'll be dipping in the Benz with the spoilers. On the low from the Jake and the chorus. Get my hands on some grants like Horace. Yeah, living the raw deal. I get it. I get it. Yeah. I run New York. I get it. I get it. Yeah.
I get it until the sunrise. Doing 90 and a 65. Windows roll down screaming now. hustler, getting money. Why you wanna count my money? I'm a hustler, don't need man, one of y'all, you see. I see police on that crooked eye, doing 100 on in the skid 95.
Some live
sure
for the bill, some
last thing I do, I got she got a move, cause we certified.
She whine for the bill, with the bill.
She used to be the sweet.
Some steal for the bill, if they gotta pay the bill.
She used to be
Two nice white left bacon, we see on the bill. High school, she was that girl that make me do the hula hoop around the gym. Just to get a pick again, she's a 10. High school, she was that girl that make me do the hula hoop around the gym. Just to get a pick again, she's a 10. Never thought that she would come and work for the president. Just to George Washington. Where my money at? She ball, he called. Where my money at? She had a good day, bad day, sunny day, rainy day. All you wanna know is where my money at? Don't get fake, go out there and make my bread. All you wanna know is where my money at? She ended up in the roll call, bruised up, scarred hard. All you wanna know is where my money at? She ball, he called. Where my money at? Like who told me? Cash rules everything around me. Sing your dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all.
All right, guys. Welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark on Nationwide at 90 FM. Whew, it feels like, time waits on no man. But inside of the studio, we have Daniel Jarret, and I won't go through his extensive bio and a bag of things.
Extensive.
And then we also have Keenan, who is on Zoom, who's been here before. So Keenan, my apologies if we don't go through your bio, but Keenan is a bag of things. What I'm telling you is that Keenan is things, Keenan is things. Keenan, good night, are you hearing me?
Hey, what's up? Hey, Daniel. What's up, Keenan?
Apologies for the wait. These things do happen in media and things. We're talking about savings, and we're talking about, oh God, it's a topic that young people, we shy away from a lot, unfortunately. So Daniel, tell me now, all we can save, because this is a thing. As a young man yourself, who is in corporate, who is navigating through life, who is trying to acquire all the wonderful things in this world, I'ma see the hotel, I'ma see all the things that you fly out and you go on with yourself. How do you do that? Some of us can't afford to do all of that.
Well, prior to now, I would be spending carelessly. When you see some of them hotel business there and all of that,
yes.
I was spending very carelessly, but I grab a hold on my finances now, where I try to be as disciplined as possible. I heard the two first individuals made reference to budgeting and sticking to the budget, being disciplined.
That's hard.
Resisting temptation.
But it's hard done. Okay, and then another thing is that we were saying earlier, every single time that you're trying to budget or trying to save, something happen, like life keep. Something to your car, something to your house, like, and then that just goes to the window and you say, maybe next month, and the next month's come and it's somebody's birthday, and then you say next month and the other month at Christmas, and then the year done. You ain't save not even $1.
I mean, it's you just wanting to try at least. And what I also want to make mention of, I don't know if I missed it in the previous conversations, but having an emergency fund is very crucial as it relates to life. So if it is that you are working, as soon as you start to work, just try to make sure that you put away some funds so that that can be there, so that if it is that these situations come up, you can tackle them head on.
What is the required amount, or what would you advise young people for this emergency fund? Because I think one of the issues with saving is people automatically believe that it has to be a 20 grand, a 30 grand, a 40 grand a month. An emergency fund is obviously for emergencies, medical emergencies, whatever can happen. start as little as how much?
All $2,000.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I also am cognizant of the fact that there are some persons who cannot necessarily take out the money themselves out of their accounts and all of those stuff.
Yes,
but there are ways and means that they can have money automatically taken out of their accounts.
Really?
And put in a savings account and have it there. You know, you can set up certain things where Keenan partner can talk about. You get me? I say, but yes, there are ways and means that you can have your money taken out of your account without you having to see that much in thousands of dollars that I talked about previously.
Gone.
And then, you know, just have it put in a separate place.
Oh, Keenan, talk to me now. Stocks and bonds. It's a thing where a lot of us, we would like to invest, we would like to start doing it, and I feel like because it seems complicated, it seems like a long process, it seems like we have to go to school and study it. A lot of people kind of just shy away from it, and then we realize when it's kind of too late. What's the first step? Like, how do we get into investing in stocks and bonds?
Well, I mean, the first step is deciding how much you want to invest, and I think there's this misconception that you need a lot of money to start, and in reality, the minimum you need, on the stock exchange for any stock is around $5,000.
Okay.
So depending on the price of the stock, that could buy, like let's say $1 that could buy 5,000 units, which is considerable. If it was $2, it could buy 2,500 units, that sort of thing. So the next thing you do is that you have to now open what is called a brokerage account. So that account would be at like an investment house or a securities firm. Most of them sometimes are attached to banks. They have their investment arm, and they would have you set up your account just like you would for a regular bank account. It's the same requirements. If you already have a bank account as an institution, you could just move over that information kind of thing and make it easier. And then now, after you have done that, you have your advisor or your financial advisor, your wealth advisor. They will probably give you advice on what to invest in, or you could take that process yourself. That might be much harder to do in the beginning, but overall, over time, if you develop more expertise, right, then you can start to, say what you want to do. So you don't have to give the broker the instructions to say buy this and sell that and what have you, because the stock market is something that so it opens for a limited time in the day, in the early morning, and closes in the afternoon. So you only have a couple hours to trade, to buy the stock and sell the stock, and so on. So over time now, when you become more sophisticated and more learned, you're reading the annual reports and the financial statements from the different companies, you can decide now what you want to do in terms of how you're going to allocate your money into buying this stock or buying that stock. And over time, you'll start to see the returns. So those returns now go into an account that is created for you, and that is at the Jamaica Central Securities Depository. So it doesn't stay with the institution. They're supposed to invest your funds, and the returns go into a separate account that you are able to, retrieve and access. And that is really what it is in a nutshell, rinse and repeat. You continue to do that over and over for people who want to, not just trade in stocks, they want to invest. I've heard of certain situations like, investing is something long term. Trading is if you want to make money day to day and you want to, pull out your returns at the end of the day. Let's say you made $5,000 today off of one trade. People invest short term for short term needs. So if they want to say, and it's, it's not anything I want to make that it sounds impossible. People literally have an investment account, and they said, okay, I'm trying to say make enough money for a trip at the end of the year, or I want to buy clothes, or I want to do this, I want to invest, and the returns can help to pay for a party ticket or something, right? It goes into that specific account for that specific purpose, so you don't have to pull money from somewhere else. kind of thing. So when you do this day by day, you want to invest, which is more longer term. I want to give an example. So someone would have invested, like, let's say, $8,000 in the late 2000s, like 2007, 2008, and they just completely forgot about it. And because it kept compounding year on year, by the time they access that account, like 15 years later, they just realized that, oh, I had this account.
Yes.
And they had around 16 million or so in their account.
Oh.
So, that is just to say, as an example of the compounding effect of investing after decades. So people usually look at the longer term horizon. So if we're in our late 20s, early 30s, and I'm trying to secure my children's future, for example, 30 years down the line, then I can just create something for them by the time they are now in their teens or they're going to university, 20 years later. So that money is there for them.
Makes sense. I have a question for you, Daniel, right? As Keenan spoke about parties and things like that, do you think that young people, like our age, like, we feel the need to keep up with friends, even if it is that it's straining our budget, like, for argument's sake, just keeping up with friendships, like going out for drinks, and we know, say, boy, alright, then we can maybe, for argument's sake, I have $20,000 after I pay all of my bills, I'm a factor in going to work, I have a look at 20 grand, and instead of saying, you know what, I go save this 20 grand, I start think about, boy, may I miss my friend them birthday, may I miss weddings, may I miss all these, things. Like, do you think that we feel pressured as young people to keep up with these relationships?
Yes. Sometimes we definitely feel pressured to, keep up with all of this, all of that which is going on around us. But I also want to make mention of something that Keenan mentioned earlier on about stocks and all of those stuff. Because as an investor myself, I find that networking is also very important. The persons that you keep around there, the same friends that you make reference to. Because the thing is, having friends who are also investors as well and bouncing ideas off of them it can be very beneficial in the long run. Right, Keenan?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
Yeah, because as I have a group of friends that I've had for over about 10 years now, and they are also investors, and whenever it is that they hear that a stock is going to
do well, call and say,
Daniel, man, this will go on. And networking does not even only have to include your friends from Woya time. Your networking can also include maybe having friends within different companies as well, and just interacting with them, and be in the financial realm also. Man like Keenan is a good person to know in order to understand how the financial world operates. So friendship is also very important when it comes on to financial decisions and financial stability.
Well, makes sense. So we're gonna go for a break, but before we go for the break, Keenan, I'm gonna just ask you a question and you can answer after the break. And it's about investing. So for the persons who are listening right now and they are hesitant about investing, I just want you to share some strategies that young people can use to get comfortable with the idea of purchasing bonds. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. This is Bwoyatingz After Dark on Nationwide 90 FM.
Are you burning up with this summer heat?
The place hot, man.
Get cool now with a Hisense air conditioner.
I feel good.
With advanced energy-saving inverter technology and whisper quiet operation, beat this heat with Hisense. Available at Aliaber Brands Limited, 64 Hagley Park Road, or call 876-676-5951 now.
So good, so good. I got you.
you can have it all. Company events, birthday parties, or the wedding of your dreams. It's all possible at Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts. We have magnificent event rooms and a dedicated team that will make your event the best experience that only Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts can offer. Contact us at 876-619-0000 or call your favorite travel agency and ask about our promotion designed especially for you.
We're your partner in color, over 30 years strong, serving Jamaica beautifully, changing lives and leading the revolution with quality products innovated for when you need a superior finish. EDGE paints are trusted, loved and used by experts in the business of automotive, industrial, decorative and furniture. We have the blueprint to help you create, vibe and live life beautifully. EDGE changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark. We're still here with Daniel Jarret and we're still here with Keenan. And we're talking about, investing. We're in the final leg of the show. So about, 10 more minutes with them. So Keenan, I had asked you about, for the persons who are hesitant about investing, what strategies can, especially young people, use to get comfortable with the idea of purchasing bonds. But before you answer that question, I just want you to explain to us, to our listeners and viewers and us here in studio, what are bonds in the first place?
Right. So a bond is basically a debt instrument. So persons will float a bond, that's the terminology used, on the securities exchange. What we call ours a stock exchange. We don't really do bonds that much like others. But you have the securities exchange, which includes stocks and bonds. Those are called securities. Persons are trying to raise money, and are supposed to buy into the bond, and the bond offers you a fixed rate of return for a certain length of time. So let's say it's a 30-year bond, and at 6%, it means that you are getting 6% guaranteed for the next 30 years. So it's not like stocks that vary exceptionally. Bonds are more fixed. They are have less risk than stocks. If you don't have a very high risk appetite, then maybe bonds might be for you. Some securities places offer bonds at, let's say, 7% or whatever it is. So, as an investor, do you prefer, it's a question to ask yourself, do you prefer a guaranteed 7% every year for 30 years, or do you prefer the higher risk?
I would prefer that.
Investing?
I prefer the 7% in a Keenan. No, that's the truth.
Because you could invest and you lose.
Yes.
So you might lose 200%, or you might gain 1,000%. You don't really know.
Yes.
So it's about your appetite. It is less risky. So now to answer your other question about investors and trying to debunk certain myths, the first thing I want to say is that everybody's risk tolerance, everybody's investor appetite is different. So you can't really look at another man or another woman and say, boy, I am missing out if I don't buy this stock or that stock, or I'm behind in terms of the money that I could make. There's no such thing as behind, right? Because it's not really a race. So you can't look at another man and say, boy, he make 100,000, I only make 10,000. But you are 10,000 better off than you were before.
Yes.
So, and that is a credit to you based on your own knowledge, your own risk profile, how much are you willing to risk, as well as your own needs. So I have to invest according to my needs. People invest really to satisfy, they could invest to pay bills, they could invest to save for a car and things like that. The second thing I want to say is that, and we kind of touched on it, was the idea that you invest in things that you use, right? So you don't necessarily want to invest in something that you have no relation to, and then you find that you're not as so immersed in the outcome, right? And then, there's this whole idea that, boy, I have to look at the most profitable company who is making the most money, but you have no idea how that company is making most of its money in terms of, it's the composition of their revenue? Is it stable? Is it secure? Are they expected to continue to make money like this? And then everybody sort of buys into that company, maybe because everybody is talking about it and it gets a lot of hype. But yet the company, the company's cash flow, which is more important than its profit, it looks very bad, right? They cannot, collect all of their receivables. They cannot, they don't have any cash at one time. They're basically broke, right? Or they have to borrow or something like that. But you don't get into those details unless you read the financial statements and you read how the company is performing.
Yes.
And the third thing is that you have to look at management. So apart from the price, people tend to look at the numbers because that's the headline. You must look at the numbers. If the price looks good for me to buy, then of course I'm going to probably consider that first. But if you look at how the management of the company is, like, is it something that has good managers? Do they have a good organizational culture? Do they, what's the work environment like? All of those factors now make it like to say, this company is something sustainable. It's not going to fold in 2 or 3 years. You've had companies like that that have done poorly. They've been delisted. They might have a good year or a good 2 years and then they just flop after that. But is it a company that's well established? What's the relationship that it has with its customers and its consumers, including you? So because you're invested, no pun intended, you're invested in the outcome, not just of the stock, but also the company itself in relation to you.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I'm also making some mental note. Daniel, this thing now with this struggle bus thing, right? Those riding the struggle bus until payday. We know, say, all right, 10 days left till payday. Father got home, only have $5,000. What advice would you give to help manage finances, right, during this time? Like, we've all been there. We all know, say, all right, we don't have no savings, we don't have nothing. We just know, say, all right, paycheck to paycheck where I live, and we have this amount left, we now get paid to the 25th. How can we manage that? And how can we also not be in that same predicament next month? What would be your tips?
Work harder. A joke. Well, that, but also try to increase your income. Try to see if it is that you can get another source of income because, really and truly, when I was doing some reading the other day, a very minimum amount of persons are making 2.9 million and above. I think it's not even above 20%. Maybe Keenan can enlighten me on that statistic, but very few people in Jamaica making that amount of money. And to be honest with you, Kareem, that amount of money cannot necessarily sustain
especially in this
individuals
climate.
In this specific climate. So what I would say is that try to see if it is that you can have a side hustle and try to see if it is that you can, get creative, tap into your talents, tap into what you love, and try to see if it is that you can make some money from that. So
and a final question for both, and I'll let Keenan answer first, right? With the rising cost of living, right? Do you think it's acceptable for young people to resort to borrowing or using credit to maintain their lifestyle?
I'm happy you reminded me of that because I actually had that on my mind to speak.
Yes.
So, and how it is that credit is not your enemy, right? It helps you in the long run to establish, your credibility with financial institutions. So the easiest way, I think, is to get a credit card, right? So that's easier, probably more accessible than getting the car loan. Maybe not everybody desires to the expenses associated with having a car.
Yeah.
And, getting a mortgage is obviously the most difficult of the three. So if you have a credit card, you treat it like a debit card. You help to build your credit score over time. And then we can get into the more complex nature of actually taking a loan from a financial institution, but then now turning that into revenue generation. So if you use your credit wisely for in terms of investments rather than consumption, then that works out better for you.
I have a question though, Keenan, right? About this credit thing, because I know that the way how credit works in the US is not necessarily how it works here, right? And I remember having a conversation with my little sister who has just gotten her, first credit card, and she's so excited and she has questions and all these things. What would you recommend for, as it relates to like payment and the usage of the card? For argument's sake, if your spending limit is $10, yes, I know in the US, I'm not sure if it's here like this, but in the US, it's best to repay the $10 monthly. So for argument's sake, your monthly payment is at $2. Some persons them that have the whole $10 can just pay off one time. But to build your credit, it looks better on your credit score is to show a history of payment, right? So you pay a little $3 now, $4. So it's a two-part question. Do you recommend people to pay the minimum payment on their credit cards? And also, do you recommend that they pay off the monthly balance at once?
Boy, it's hard for me to recommend just paying the minimum, over time, if you keep doing that and you get into the habit of only paying the minimum, you're going to be in trouble. It's always best in terms of credit, it's always two things. Always best to pay in full and on time. So, there's also paying the statement balance as at a certain date. That could work, but the minimum payment now is just, you don't want to run into problems in the longer run. But, in terms of credit overall, you also have to look at your credit utilization ratio. So you don't want to know, be using all of the money that you have in the month. Like, let's say you get 600,000. You don't want to be using all 600,000. Maybe, you have an emergency here and there. You have to think about credit as not extra money, right? It's just one, in case of an emergency, and two, it's used to smooth out your consumption, meaning you have money now so that you don't have to wait all the way at one point in the month every single time, right? So it smooths out your consumption over time so that if you can meet your demands immediately, right? And typically, going back to the credit utilization ratio, usually around 30% is good. So if your limit is 10 and you spend around 3 thereabout consistently, it shows that you're able to control your expenses even when you're given a lot that could be used. But I also wanted to answer Daniel's earlier point about the exact salary statistics. So in Jamaica, you have around, let's say around 600 and something thousand people paying income tax, right? And around 200 and something thousand out of that are self-employed. So that everybody else, pays income tax on their salary, like 400 and something thousand people. And we're just talking about people who are salaried, right? Who earn a salary in Jamaica. Around 70% of those people earn below 1.5 million. Right? Another 25%, 26, 27% earns between 1.5 and 6, which is the next threshold when you increase income tax. And only 2 to 3% earn above 6 million of persons who are salaried. So this excludes people who are self-employed,
right? Yes.
Yeah, earns their income in a informal way, kind of thing. They're not officially on a payroll. That they have to remit taxes to the government. So yeah, that is the breadth of the statistics.
Wow, that's a crazy statistic though, Keenan, because it's very worrying if you ask me.
It is.
Especially, when you look at the whole issue of people maybe not having children now and all of those.
Them not gonna ever have.
Yeah.
Because me not asking Daniel, me up on the top of the list there. And I'm the president of that club, and me I tell him, say, don't you ever, because we don't have it, we'll forget it from. But Daniel, to answer the question though, do you think it's acceptable for young people to resort to borrowing or using credits to maintain their lifestyle?
I mean, yes, but I heard Keenan make mention of credit card limit, and you also made mention of credit card limit, and that's a big thing for me. So try to see if it is that you can utilize your credit card, because it does help you in the long run. But at the end of the day, try to also control what you use, use with that credit card. So that's my advice really, as it relates to credit and borrowing as well.
Yes.
Ensure that you pay off what you borrow. For those who owe student loan, ensure that you're in line. You're paying your student loan whenever you're supposed to. Ensure that you're paying your car loan on time, and you know go over the month every time. And
more
and all of that. Just ensure that you remain disciplined as it relates to borrowing and as it relates to the utilization of your credit.
Wow. Well, gentlemen, thank you both so much. Keenan, can you just share your social media handle, so if anybody has questions, how they can reach out to you?
Yeah, so both on Instagram and Twitter, it's Keenan Faulkner, KEENANFALCONER.
Well, thank you so much. And Daniel Jarret, sir?
Daniel O. Jarret on all platforms.
Easy for find. Yes. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you to both of you. And we'll have the part 2, because we're going to definitely have to have a part 2 soon. We'll have to call in the back and things like that. But I appreciate the conversation and I appreciate the expertise. Yeah?
Yeah, man. Thank you so much,
Keenan. Yeah, man. Take care, guys.
All right, Keenan. Why, Daniel, big up yourself, my G. One thing about it, anytime we call upon you, you're good there. I appreciate it. Safe journey, my G. We throw things back to DJ Jerome, and then we'll come back. We'll have a little game, a financial game to play with you guys as quickly as possible. All right, this is Bwoyatingz After Dark, Nationwide, 90 FM. Alright, so I see a comment from Mark Ramanand. By the way, Mark, big up yourself. Mark Superstore over in Clarendon. Mark, I need to speak to you, sir, about Bwoyatingz After Dark, but big up yourself right through. He was saying, Karim, I don't hear no mention investing in real estate. Mark, trust me, we have so much more to discuss, but the time wasn't just allowing it. So we're going to definitely try and have a part 2. Majestic Abifi says, yes, real estate is another good investment. Mikael says, me no want a credit card. G8 says, very good and needed show, Kareem, blessings. Andre Henry says, keeping one's credit on par is crucial. I'm telling you, man, trust and believe me. And to everybody listening, and if you were tweeting or commenting, I appreciate it. Tonight just rough. Brittany says, I pay the minimum first $10, then I pay statement balance the day before the due date. When you do that, they typically they typically say you're pre-approved for a higher amount. Please don't make them trick or keep an eye shut. She says, me not like borrowing in the first place. So big ups to everybody. So what we're gonna do quickly in studio, it's Paris. Is the microphone on over there? Yes. And just quick answers, please. No elaboration coming out of the time. Jerome, Jamal is also here. Gio is here, and it's a this or that, and it's a irresponsible financial decisions. This or that, trivia things. You understand? Okay. let me just see if there's something that I should read on Twitter real quick before we just jump into this. Right. Okay, someone else says for the credit card, you should always ensure that you have the money to pay back before you use it to ensure that you're paying at the minimum. Dark Empire says definitely need a part 2. Okay, number 1. You spend your entire paycheck on YouTubers. You guys can play as well, and persons on Twitter for sure. You spend your entire paycheck on a luxury vacation or blow it all on the latest tech gadgets. There's no right or wrong answer, by the way. It's just what you think. So once again, A, you spend your entire paycheck on a luxury vacation, or B, you blow it all on the latest tech gadget. For me, it's
B.
It's B. It's B for you?
Yeah,
I can always say about the gadget.
And it probably lasts
We don't
longer.
think too far. I'm not responsible for that. Books, they say, hey, Books say, hey, too. But response. Jim, let me tell you something. We don't think too hard. We don't think about reinvesting in all these things. Give me the experience.
Oh, okay.
When you say Paris,
You said you do realize I'm a photographer, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. Got a DJ, the videographer.
Oh, right.
Exactly.
All right. Well, number 2, buy a brand new car you can't afford, or take out a payday loan for a shopping spree.
Car.
Can I say neither?
The alpha big one.
Payday loan. Payday loan for the shopping spree.
I got a shopping spree.
Shopping spree. Shopping
Go
spree.
with the car.
But you can still about the clothes.
No, I'll go with the car because I actually got a car that I cannot afford, and I'm going to sell it.
So he's done it.
Okay.
He's done it.
Number 3, order takeout every night for a month. Sounds like me. Or go on a spontaneous road trip without budgeting for gas.
Road trip.
Okay. All right.
First thing.
Food.
Yeah, food.
Oh,
Always
food.
Always
Where's the
food.
books? Food for you? But books at a road trip too. Okay. Number 4, max out your credit card on a designer handbag. This sounds like me again. Or waste money on a lavish party that no one remembers.
Wait, would I know before the party?
No, you're not gonna know. You're gonna know. So it's a big party.
Yeah, I'm
everybody talk about it,
and they end up never remember nothing about it.
So it's A or B.
Handbag, handbag can sell.
Can sell back. Books. Where say A?
I got a party still.
I got a party.
I got a party.
Books say, even know one party man, but he may do the party thing.
Yeah, I got a party.
Party for no?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a designer for me. Okay, I don't know that. Number 5, invest in a get-rich-quick scheme. This is another part of the topic too that we really wanted to get into tonight, but unfortunately we couldn't. Or purchase a high-end watch that you don't need, like a Rollie. Books. Books say watch because him love watch. Paris quickly.
Forward the options.
Invest in a get-rich-quick scheme or purchase a high-end watch.
Get-rich-quick scheme.
Okay.
Usually if you start in there, that's when you're good in there. It's usually when you're at the
True.
bottom, it sucks.
Jerome, you?
A.
Yeah.
I'm going to B.
B.
I'm not really big on watches. So.
Watch for you.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, I did.
I'll take the timepiece for sure.
No, I'm not a big fan of watches.
Number 6, spend your savings on a limited edition sneaker. This, I feel like I said JM, right? This is something, yeah, I know. And JM just say, yeah, man. Well, okay. So, limited edition sneaker drop. Or splurge on an expensive gym membership but never go. Please.
Oh, gym membership.
Books answer the gym, but Books is going to go to the gym.
I am going.
Okay.
I would also go to the gym.
Yeah.
So Books say gym. You?
I would also go to the gym.
Gym?
Yeah, gym.
Me not go to the gym. So
Okay. Jerome?
Me, I go to gym.
Gym? You, Paris?
Gym.
Give me the sneakers them anytime.
Yeah.
Understand? When I ask, like, don't even think about it. Don't even think twice.
Do you go to the gym?
Well, the gym comes to my home.
Oh, yes. Big up Wilfie.
Yeah, yes, that. I don't do. Yeah, but anyways, number 7. Buy overpriced concert tickets, cartel, without checking your budget, or subscribe to multiple streaming services you rarely use, like Netflix, Amazon, multiple streaming services. Right?
Yeah, for me, musicians. So I go
Yeah, streaming services.
Streaming services.
So everybody says streaming services. I would.
Streaming services.
It depends on who is performing in the concert.
No, sir.
Chris Brown.
You know what, for real though, yeah.
Yeah, it really depends, you see. Because what if it is that my lineup would have been like a Jay-Z, a Lil Wayne, a Kanye West, like one of them concert there, and a Chris Brown, and you're throwing on Usher in it.
You know, genuinely, I really want to go watch a Junior Gang concert. Like a Junior Gang performance, and I suspect who would have been put on a lineup that would have been something that I go watch. Come on.
That is so true, though.
Yeah.
So true. Okay, number 8, buy a round of drinks for everyone at the bar. Sounds like me again. Or calling me drunk. People, let me tell you something. If you see me outside, do not ask me for anything. Don't even talk to me. Because me, it's when me a drink, brother.
Yeah. Non-stop.
Me not remember say you have bills and things, you know. Like me at that TGI, I say, yo, who wants some shots? You get a shot. Okay,
bro.
So it's buy a round of drinks for everyone at the bar, or bet all your money on a single horse in a race.
Drinks.
Books.
I do the
Drinks. Where's the pirates? Drinks.
Probably drink it by myself. You know,
Drinks.
You can bet Panawas and us losing, brother.
That's not the problem. I think about it. But drinks.
Okay, number 9, buy an expensive dinner every weekend. This is me again. Or splurge on unnecessary makeup products. I'm assuming that Unaga say, hey, obviously, kind of body and know your makeup. No. So, Okay. Number 9, this obviously doesn't go for me at all. Well, 10, finance a lavish wedding you can't afford. Because weddings are memories. Or rent an extravagant venue for a party that lasts a few hours. I'm never going to get married, so it's absolutely B for me.
B for me too.
B. Books?
Hold on, because the venue...
Books say A.
No, man.
Alright.
Okay, can make money from that.
Okay. A for Books and Paris. Jerome?
B.
Books have a youth, so you have somebody I'm married. Me and my girl left, so I gotta keep it.
I don't even have somebody for married. It will forever be B. I'm not ask. If you want to do wedding, you're going to pay for yourself, girl. Nah, skill.
RGD free.
Andrea Henry says these questions are for carefree young people with no responsibility. But Majestic Galaxy says streaming service pay based on when you need to watch the show, then cancel the subscription. Okay. GH over here answer the question them too. Majestic says may I buy the drinks? Andrea says Carmen, I want to come to one of your parties. Which one of my parties?
Wait a minute.
Hello.
Because I have some good parties, you know. But anyways, that's the end of the game. Let me just also say this instant gratification thing just quickly. For the persons out here whom you are seeing these lovely lavish lives on social media, and you, once again, comparison is a thief of joy, and for me, run your own race at your own pace. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to feel like you're less than. It's easy to feel like, boy, people live life where you not live, and kind of feel like you're missing out. And then them instant gratification, something you want to go chop a line, or you want to go do some illegal things only to make money. Let me tell you something, it catches up on you. And it's not worth it. You understand? For me, I prefer to work hard. So when I know that I put in a good hard month, I do anything, an additional work outside of Nationwide and all these things, I'm going to start getting money them. It's the best feeling in the world. And you start to treat yourself because you deserve it. So please, my big, stop watch the market. It's not worth it. Anyways, thank you to my entire team. Thank you to my producers, Cody and Jackson, who's not here tonight, but she'll be back next week. Giovanni Lewin. Thank you to Jamal Tucker, my technical director. Thank you to my DJ Jerome. Thank you to Paris, my photographer. Thank you to Books, the girl, Books, my technical operator. No man, it's a big team. Love this. And to you, Things Nation, if you stayed up every single Wednesday and you watch or listen to the show, may I tell you, to the bottom of my heart, you keep me going on the days when I don't want to go. This is why I go. Remember, you're great. You have a purpose. Continue going. Continue pushing. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And you have things from Bwoyatingz. This is Bwoyatingz After Dark on Nationwide 90 FM.